First time I ever caught and released.
That's the main thing.
Other business.
Oh, you just pulled it right out.
That's one less great.
Oh, it's a haunted wank.
Yeah, I got it.
Haunted way.
Yeah.
More.
Rude.
Oh,
What?
what are they?
I thought I did so
hate
well.
90s.
I nailed that, you guys.
What was that? Oh, thank you so much. Simple. And then this. And welcome to Back Pocket, coming to you live from the Loki Studios this Thursday, the 23rd of November. Tonight on the show, the people who star on the show, starring he.
It's in the thing.
We changed that. She called my shirt bold and it's yellow, and she should know about yellow things because she sits in a yellow chair every week. It's Steph. And he only flies business class while I sit in cattle class. It's Peter Burns. He's hiding those nuts under that pillow. It's Microtex. Hey. And he's cracking Pepsis and taking names on the ones and twos. It's Josh, ladies and gentlemen. And it's me, the dick bitch himself. That's what we said.
That's what I said about you.
That's what you called
But that
me.
wasn't fair.
We did have that conversation.
We did have that conversation. That's my name. Tonight on the show, things are leaking at LinkedIn. We groove out at the super crazy Rhythm Castle, and it's fun to stay at the DMCA. That's the game we're gonna play. Different letters,
very
though.
good. Very good.
But before...
Josh, give me my single.
Oh dear. D. That's the same as an A. Just an excuse to get your guns out.
I don't
mate.
think it's going to spur any catchy dances.
Nope. There's no TikTok in that.
It's a good D, though. It's a good D.
It's a good bit of D. Let's start with a question. How many fish did you guys catch on the weekend?
Oh, wow. If fish were dreams and...
They're not. They're fish.
Okay.
I caught 2. Yay!
You win. That's our show, everyone.
Types, weights. What are we going for?
It was a 50-centimeter rainbow trout. And it was beautiful.
And that is
Second cast.
Did you take a picture of it
nice.
for your Tinder profile?
I took a picture of it. I posted it, and everyone bombarded me saying, "Don't make it your dating profile." And I'm like, I don't have a dating profile, but I didn't realize how much people were so anti. Just they see a fish picture and they're scared it's going to be on a dating profile. And I was like, okay.
It's because I think it was a warranted sensation though.
That and Sleepy Tigers. That was one. People,
Wait, what?
People would go to Southeast Asia. Blokes would go to Southeast Asia and they'd go to a tiger petting zoo, but they'd be they'd be tranquilized.
That's like a red flag.
An evil petting zoo? Kind of. They're tranquilizing tigers.
So yeah, I caught 2 fish. My mates caught them as well. Stick around for the post show,
Ooh.
and I will let you know what really happened.
Oh my
and how
gosh.
I really caught that fish and why I almost got in trouble.
Can I ask one question about the trip?
Yeah.
How did the shirts go down?
Really well.
Yeah?
Really well.
wow.
Oh, so good.
Wow.
For those who don't
Did
know,
they feel so bad?
like it was gone in a. So I went on a fishing trip on the weekend. It just went perfectly. We all caught fish. We went on wonderful walks. The weather was fantastic. We had too much food. It was great. Good. And I got there, and for anyone who doesn't know, I made custom T-shirts for me and my mates on this inaugural trip to be like, we're gonna do this every year. They made me feel shit by playing the fishing game without me for a week and downloading the new map where you unlock a free in-game T-shirt.
For a week? This story gets worse every time you tell it.
I know. I can only open up now.
The first time you told me it was they ordered the shirts without you. Then it was that they played the game without you.
Well, the game gets you the shirt in the game.
They played the game to get the shirts,
gosh.
Yep. So I made these custom shirts with all of us on the back, and I turned up, and they were already fishing because I was a little late, and I marched down there, caught a fish, so did they. We walked up the hill, we were all smiling, and we were just like so happy.
You aggressively caught a fish. You just walked down, you're like,
second cast, but with more details.
Yeah.
And got up there and then cracked the shirts out. Turns out another friend had made us hats as well.
Oh.
So now, picture this, campsite, couple of pro fishermen standing around there. You're in your fatigues, your camouflage, your hat. You're an old grey nomad who comes down and knows how to fish.
I love how you paint a picture.
Three dickheads in matching t-shirts and hats up on the hill being like, woo, first fishing trip. We looked obnoxious and we sounded that too.
It's amazing.
But had a great
But
time.
if you wear
That's
that
cute.
shirt and that hat for the next 40 years of fishing trips,
Yep.
they're going to like fall apart in a beautiful way.
The plan is to do this every year and add more people to it. We were just testing the waters.
More
and
hats.
so if you wear the OG shirt to those future trips,
Oh,
Okay.
you got
So,
it.
so you're
Did you put the
saying
date
next
on it?
year, like,
You did
I,
put the year?
I could
Yeah.
possibly go with you guys.
No.
yeah, of course. Ladies can fish.
Steph is awful on fishing adventures.
Wait, how
We've
many?
never been on a fishing adventure together.
Never,
How do
because you
know?
hate fishing.
Well, I just think it's mean unless you're going to eat the fish, and a lot of time you don't.
So here's the thing. First time I ever caught and released.
That's the
We
part
ate,
that I...
we ate the first three. We were full of fish.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
After that, we were like,
Rex Hunt's a bad man, isn't he?
because he kissed.
No, I think for other reasons.
Did he get cancelled? Potentially.
I don't think because of kissing the fish.
I think he
That
probably.
wasn't the problem.
I don't.
Because I used to love watching Rex Hunt.
Yeah.
Yibbity yibbita, kiss
That's
the
all-
fish,
yeah.
send it away. I was like, that's a beautiful thing.
I think-
he's just really violent.
I think he's violent and just
he?
right wing. I don't
Just
know
so
if
like
there's anything
his
he got
production
done for.
team.
I feel like most of those people
Anyway.
are in the end.
Yeah.
He got cancelled. Oh, okay.
He did?
Oh no, he's heaps racist.
Yeah.
He's heaps racist.
That'll do it.
Yeah, he's heaps racist.
That's all,
That'll
folks.
do it.
But we had a great time. How was everyone else's weekend? I feel like I directly stole that limelight there.
What did I do? You were away. I feel like I went a little bit crazy.
Yeah, you did go crazy. You were
You
sending
know?
me messages and you were like, I keep walking into rooms and forgetting and then walking back into the other room.
Which I do like on the regular, but like it's when Peter's away for several consecutive days, I feel like the time passes and all I've done is walk into rooms and go, and then
You've become a weekend
Yeah.
widow.
was I?
Yeah.
No, okay.
You stand on the perch like a weekend widow and go like,
Yeah.
why am I
Black.
here
Yeah.
again?
Yeah.
And then
Peter
you get
used
to
to
the
be
end
in
of the
this one.
weekend, you're like, what did I do? Was there any things that I did? It's just a series of starting various activities and not completing any of them.
Saturday for me was a very satisfying lawn mow. I won't go into too much detail.
Numbers are plummeting.
Well, you'll
But,
say that for the post show, clearly.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not even post-show material, really. It's just that, like, there was a bit of wet weather at the tail end of last week, and I didn't, it's awful mowing the lawn when it's still wet and damp. It chokes up your mower.
Didn't you say you weren't going to tell us the details?
I'm not telling you too much detail. There's a lot of detail that I could go into.
He's gonna give you
But the weather
hint.
started to turn good Friday evening, and I was like, maybe, but no, I'll leave it till Saturday. And I'll tell you what, Saturday was the perfect day to mow the lawn.
I'm so happy for you.
Nick,
I live in an apartment.
you vacuumed. Just the equivalent of mowing
I
in
did
an
vacuum.
apartment.
Yeah, exactly. I went to a wedding on the weekend. Oh, it was lovely.
It was good.
That's nice.
Country wedding?
Yeah, it was a country wedding.
Yeah,
cool.
Did it get
in
messy, get rowdy, get
Queensland.
loud?
It got pretty loud.
Yep.
There was a lot of foot stomp and dancing going
I
on.
was about to say,
Oh,
what was in the
nice.
wedding playlist?
Oh man, just
What
the
song?
old classics.
What
Yeah,
song
okay.
went
Nutbush?
off that caught you off guard? Or
Nutbush.
just,
Nutbush goes hard all the
Oh,
time.
I refused at our wedding for the Nutbush.
is it and I would walk one?
Oh, yeah,
500.
Proclaimers.
That stomps a
I
foot.
don't think I
yeah.
heard that one.
And,
But
Bohemian Rhapsody goes hard.
yeah.
What
Yeah.
was the biggest one of the night?
Biggest one of the night that I remember.
Oh, it was a big night.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got.
Oh, you
I got
left early.
Yeah, I did leave early. I had an early flight to catch back home.
Gonna nutbush my
Eagle
way
Rock,
there.
I think, went off.
Eagle Rock.
Oh, okay. That
how
tells
many
me a
people
lot.
took their
That
pants
tells
off?
me a lot about the crowd.
Yeah.
How many people took their pants off?
There were I was outside getting some air, and the groom came out and was just like, "Sorry, I'm just hiding here." And I was like, "Oh, why? What's the matter?" And he's like, "So many people were trying to bring my pants down."
is that from playing pool?
I wasn't aware that was a thing.
Josh, can you?
It's I don't know where it came from, but it's definitely Eagle Rock culture to drop your dacks during the song.
What do you do? Just dance around with your pants around your
Oh,
ankles?
why,
Yeah,
does,
yeah,
why
yeah.
does everyone drop their pants?
I don't know. There's just like there's. I think
I've never heard of that.
Well, it's sad that we haven't got because I think it's a beautiful thing.
Sure.
I think it's a beautiful thing, and I really love the. I'm sad that I didn't grow up in the era of pub rock, Australian culture. It still was kind of around, but it was like my dad always talks about how he'd go and see Cold Chisel at Peaky Pub. You know, it's like they were just
They're just
big
at the
bands
pub.
were there at the pub. and like the Angels would play, and everyone's, no way, get fucked, fuck off.
I was just about
So
to say, that's the other thing that tells me about a crowd is if that song plays and people
the
yell that
Angels?
in between.
Yeah, it's like all those.
I'm never going to see your face again.
Yeah. Which
I
is
only recently learned that's actually like the song is about the loss of someone.
Yeah, his partner died in a motorcycle accident, I
Yeah.
think. And
Oh,
So
that's
everyone
heaps-
was just chants "No way, get fuck off" when he's like bearing his heart out.
he
to the
wrote
world.
it as a ballad, and the label was like, "No, we can't sell this. Make it a rock song." And they're like,
Yeah.
"Okay."
My mum did that at a music festival. She shouted that out next to me, and I was like, "Oh my god, she knows the root." Mother. Apparently, the song "Eagle Rock" influenced Elton John's "Crocodile Rock." But I'm just looking at it. It's called the Eagle Drop, is what everyone calls it.
I see.
I see.
But I don't think anyone knows.
I never knew why. I just didn't question it. We just
No,
did
this
it.
article goes on.
Sorry, I'm awkwardly hiding a thing from you, but it's for the next segment.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
There's nothing in this that says why the lead singer from Daddy Cool frontman Ross Wilson knows why people do the Eagle Drop. There we go.
It's just pub culture.
We used to, when I was in high school, we had Friday Tie Day, and it was like, because I went to a snobby school, I had to wear like a tunic thing with a shirt, and then a tie tucked into it, and then a belt. So you had to kind of tuck the tie into your belt. So if someone pulled it out, then you had to kind of reach through and then under your skirt to pull the tie back down, and it was super awkward and fucking annoying.
Right.
And people used to do that all the time. And I don't know when it started, but it still traumatizes me to this day.
So you wearing a tie, you have flashbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't wear a lot of ties, but if I did,
Wait,
The trauma.
as a Friday tradition?
yeah, it's like a I was gonna say a shit poster thing. It kind of, you know what I mean? Like
Just trolling.
Just trolling, yeah.
I just posted our TikTok.
Which is what we were doing
a bit of a
in
mess.
the hold screen when everyone was like, "Why are they lining up like
I
fools?"
once again broke a traditional TikTok by creating choreography around the whole thing that involves all of us. I've just sent it off to Ben, who will hopefully get it up on socials, and you'll see what a mess. But I think we pulled it off.
Yeah.
I think
I just love
I think
it.
I took something that young people know how to do, and I added my own spin. And that's
I
kind
just
of
love
why.
that every time you have a desire to get us to do something on TikTok, it involves us all lining up.
I know. Yeah. It's the same thing every time, and it's also like
Do you always have to leave frame gently?
leave room gently.
Well, okay. So the context was it's one of those things where you make a decision by turning your head left and right. And I want us all to take turns. But if you hand the phone around, I think it kind of automatically takes that as a nod left or right. And it's one of the brackets where you knock them out. So I thought, let's all get in a line and make a decision and then leave frame gently. Josh, can I get my single? It was this. It was a simple, and then this.
It could become a TikTok dance. You may have just created it.
Viral trend.
Every time, Will wasn't in the room for this. Will's already gone home. But whenever there's a TikTok thing happening and Gus is like, "We need to do this," Will's like, "This isn't gonna work. This isn't how." He's just like mumbling in the corner. He's like, "Why?
That's
why
not how
are you
TikTok
making
works.
it? Why are you making it more than it should? It's a TikTok. They're meant to be zero effort,
Yeah.
Well, he's not
maximum
here.
gain. He's not here, so we did a train.
We did a train.
We did a human train TikTok.
We human trained.
I hope it pops off.
It's hard for us to do effort. It's hard for us to
I
do
hope
low
it does.
effort. Can we just call back again to the Turgle rap? One of the greatest pieces of content we've ever
The
made.
Turgle
God,
Rap
yes.
is the best thing we've ever done. 8 views. Maybe 9 now.
I think about that rap all the time.
Ben-
I think about all the raps that we've done on this show, and it just blows my mind.
If I had a penny for every rap that's been on the show,
I think you have 3 pennies.
Yeah, and they've
Ben
all
has
been
just-
driven by you.
They
Gus.
are. I do like to rap. I did my
Just
GoldenEye
loves
rap. I did my 5 years rap.
Just loves to rap.
I forgot about the GoldenEye one.
Ben has
yeah.
responded, lol, amazing. So
Okay, great.
That's hopefully
Ben
going
thinks
up on
it's amazing.
socials. Go
Ben
follow that.
Ben knows all.
That's all we need.
Let's get on with the show,
Let's
shall
crack
we?
on.
Let's crack on. We got a little bit of backup for you. Yes, it's a little bit of backup. Welcome, everyone, to a little bit of backup brought to us by
Don't like
Muso for
this.
Hire. Don't like it?
Don't
yeah,
like
okay.
this.
Muso for Hire. Whoa! What?
That is a good way to get us DMCA
That's
taken
great.
down.
That's great.
What's the origin of that,
Is
one?
that Fat Man Scoop?
Is it? Brooklyn Clan?
Man, I only think of Fergie's London Bridge.
My London Bridge.
Yeah.
I know that song.
Yeah.
Okay, so for Muso for Hire, we bring... We bring to you every
gonna sing
week
it.
for Muso for Hire an item to hire.
Or rent.
This one, Gus, you should have a little bit of a head start on for everyone, but I'm going to ask you how much it costs to hire, and I'm going to pull this in front of my face and hide. I'm going to move the logo out of screen as well, so it's not an ad for laptop. I want to know how much it costs to hire a crab net for the day. There are 3 in stock at the moment. Crab net
How
for
did
the
you
day.
end up on this path?
It's a mesh base with extended rope for local jetties.
I need
crab net.
Okay, so you're talking.
It's a jetty.
Okay, so not for,
a jetty
not for
size.
It's a jetty hanger. Yeah, it's not a pot. It's not a pot. It's a net.
Are you looking for bait with this? Like, is this for bait fishing?
I'm asking for the net.
How many crabs?
You don't get crabs with it.
No, like,
Steph always has a question, and it always is fucking gold. And
how many crabs?
I don't know. Use the net and
How
find
many
out.
crabs could you potentially get? Because that would
Well, that would
that
be
would
the
be
size.
important.
I reckon.
to how much I would be willing to spend on
That
a
would
crab
be
net.
7.
That'd be dictated by the size. This is a jetty crab net, so you're looking at something about yay and yay. Those crabs can get in there, so I'd say you'd be easily getting at least 15.
$25.
Interesting.
$25.
$25. So the full day is a 12-hour hire. So that's technically
Tend to
not
wanna
a
leave
full
that
day.
thing in overnight.
But yeah, you're gonna put it in at say 5 p.m. Pick it up at 5 a.m.
Are you saying
They are night predators.
that I've lowballed?
No, I'm not. You've said $25
I would have said, yeah, like $40 to $50. So
for a crab net.
yeah,
$7.
This guy
$7.
knows. It is $10. However, it is $35
To buy it?
but you get $25 back. It's a bond, basically.
in case the crabs
In case the
their way
crabs cut their way through the crab net. So there you go.
Yeah, you're buying one for $25.
You can get a lot of crab nets.
Well, I don't know. I was
For-
like, are you like, yeah, why wouldn't you just buy one?
Because then you have to store a crab net.
Yeah, okay.
They tend to fall down.
Yeah.
I feel like we're like often with this segment.
That
we're
is
off
a little
topic.
bit. That is a little bit of backup. No, we've still got some more to go. The actual story for today is that Borderlands 4, Tiny Tina's Wonderland 2, and a Brothers in Arms sequel were mentioned in a LinkedIn post from a former Gearbox employee, effectively outing the existence of the development of those games. So this was a developer who used to work at a support studio called Lost Boys Interactive. They referenced Borderlands 4, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands 2, and a new Brothers in Arms game in a LinkedIn post. They were all mentioned as being made in Unreal Engine 4. None of these games obviously have an official announcement attached to them, and the post has been deleted since. It's an interesting thing that happens quite frequently. I want to start with why it is that we see this all the time. Job listings in particular are kind of how we find out about, there's a game in development at a studio.
Yeah, or like people registering trademarks or certain things. Like the formal process of having to do things related to a game is usually what people are trawling to find out information about. Like, they've trademarked this name.
Which often gets done.
Mario 2.
And which of course. No one's like, they figured that
Goodness.
Which is often, I would think, done as a practice of just ensuring no one else jumps in there and takes it from you. So it doesn't mean that there's a sequel in the
Sure.
works. It might
Yeah.
just mean, hey,
Necessarily.
we want to lock this down for future
like
reference.
people stealing domain names or reserving domain names.
Yeah,
so they're
yeah.
like, I've got MicrosoftPlus.com.
I had hotmails.com and it was like, damn.
That I'm sure is still around.
The question that I have is, at what point as you're typing out the words Borderlands 4, Tiny Tina's 2,
Yeah.
like into your resume, do you not think back to the surely heavy NDAs that you signed to not talk about the existence of those things?
I can see it as a blunder. I can see it because it's just like it's linked in and then it's the resume. Because was the resume listed in text or was it like a link to a resume?
I believe it was a kind of former.
It was an in-profile past experience LinkedIn
You know, the
post.
former
shit.
work,
So like worked
former
for studio,
jobs. Yeah.
these were my
The description.
responsibilities.
Yeah,
They had themselves listed as working for 3 months at Lost Boys Interactive. and then went on to detail what they did in that position, which is where they listed these games plus their skill set plus their supervision of employees and all that stuff.
I guess, yeah, you're slightly removed from the process of like, it's not I made this game or its announcement. It's like I worked as a technical director on these titles.
And for years, time would pass and you'd forget that it's not that you'd forget that it hasn't been announced, but you'd forget that it extends to your resume.
Well, the thing is, like, this thing will happen from time to time. There are a million employees who go through studios who work on a thing and leave before it gets announced or released, and they don't post about it on LinkedIn. Just every now and then someone slips up and this kind of stuff.
Like when Ruby shared our Wi-Fi password yesterday.
Like when Ruby shared our Wi-Fi password yesterday.
What if you're
I've shared our Wi-Fi password before.
What if all this
we
stuff...
really need to stop writing it on the blackboard.
That's a guess.
Yeah,
It's not...
Totally.
I guess what if like if you're filling out your resume or
No mic on Josh, but that was yeah, that is the guest pass.
It should be
guest
in
one.
here.
Yeah, you're good. Now.
What if, often when you have to fill out this kind of stuff, it's quite laborious, and you might have internal documents among the team that say like, hey, Narcotex works on these things here, and that's just internal circulating documents. And when you go, geez, I need to fill out my LinkedIn thing, you just go and copy and paste all your roles and responsibilities out of said document, and then that has it all in there for people who would be inward facing and go, I didn't really consider the idea that might be seen by the outer world. That would be my excuse.
Yeah, I mean,
if I got caught.
Yeah. A diligent employee would not, but
It's not me.
it could happen. Yeah. It shouldn't happen, but it does happen. But I think it plays back into another interesting thing that we have talked about a couple of times, and Ruby has brought up on the podcast before. The idea of how the game dev cycle works and how obtuse and how the developers themselves hide the fact that they're making games for so long in the process, and I think as a result of that, we see leaks of GTA 6 come out, and it's just some trash thing, or even if it's real, people go, "Oh, this looks dog shit," and it's like, well, it's not done. People don't understand. There's not much transparency in the process of, people understand. I think that GTA 6 has been worked on since GTA 5 came out in some way, shape, or form. The writers finished writing GTA 5 and went, we're writing GTA 6 now. So, like, the process of that game development is so long, but there's not a lot of transparency in that process. So people just jump on things and don't fully understand the thing that they enjoy.
And it really doesn't come together until like right at the very end.
Yeah.
The thing that kind of tangential to that I learned recently was that they were planning to have Lance Reddick in Alan Wake 2. And he passed away, and they hadn't shot any of the FMV footage in that game. That game is full of FMV footage. And the fact that it didn't kind of come together until those last sort of 5 months with that footage in it, and therefore was able to be filmed with David Harewood or whoever they replaced, I think that's who they replaced Lance Reddick with, in that game. It just goes to show, like, so much of the experience doesn't even exist as a whole or even as a vertical slice until you can kind of until you are at the very end of that process. So yeah,
and it must be so hard as well, because I think there's been different approaches to transparency with the game development cycle, I think, over the years, and sometimes it's like it becomes so much of a burden to have a scrutiny of that process at every step of the way that a lot of developers, I think, like Bethesda now are just like, we're going to announce the game like later in the development cycle so that we're not tied to a release date and we're not, sort of at the whim of the sort of speculation and fever around it. And I can totally see why that would be the more appealing approach. But then at the same time, the developers who are more transparent with the process help people understand what goes into making a game and why certain things are the way they are and why it's difficult and what the process is like for the people who are working on it. And I don't know. And that ends up being kind of better for the industry ultimately.
Totally.
I can see how it's double-edged sword.
I'll be honest.
Totally.
Thought Borderlands 4 was already out.
There are more than 4 Borderlands
Yeah,
games.
I guess that's true.
So
It was
that's
like,
fine.
totally.
that one's
Totally.
fine. And
Yeah.
Tiny Tina's had DLC that like.
That's a fault of the naming convention.
Tiny
Yeah.
Tina's had the role playing one.
Yeah,
that was
and it
kinda
had,
like,
it had the isometric board that you would run around, like
Yep.
the overworld map, and then you'd hop
and
into
I love the
first-person
Brothers
stuff.
in Arms series, but I've forgotten how many of them there are. So I just forgive this person out of the fact
Yeah,
that they're like,
exactly.
yeah, there's been enough of each of these titles that no one's going to be like,
Hey, we just played Modern Warfare 3 again.
wait, that's true. That's true. So I think now everyone's covered under the guise of the fact that it's just confusing to keep track of games. So
Yeah.
hi, that man.
I guess you do only want to update your resume once, like having to keep track of all the unannounced
Totally.
projects
Yeah.
that you put into
To-
going back to
totally.
LinkedIn.
Also, how do
fixing
you
it up.
how do you then say officially that that's the thing you're working on without?
Totally. Multifish has a great point about how NDAs for devs can really suck because they work on a thing for many years. It hasn't been announced. They're trying to find work elsewhere because they move on and they can't talk about the thing that they've spent the last 3 years doing.
Yeah.
Obviously, you should be able to get references from the place you came from who say they do a good job at the thing that they're applying for, but without
this
being able
number.
to say, you can look at my work. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
That's
rough.
That's rough. That's hard. Anyway, that is what has happened.
I'm
in a little
excited
bit of
for a new
backup.
Brothers in Arms game.
And now we can talk about, hopefully one day you'll be able to talk about Borderlands 4, Tina's Wonderlands 2, and Brothers in Arms. What we've been
even
playing.
more brothering.
You pointed at me like I was playing Brothers in Arms.
You may do.
Did
Do you think so?
No.
It's not really my kind of game. Unless
No, we'll wait.
What?
it has open world chat and we can role play a little bit. That'd be fun. I'd play that.
Okay.
What we've been playing. Segment of the show sponsored by Nitrotex.
Oh
He's right here. He's right here. Normally, when we shout out Nitrotex, we read one of his tweets, but because he's right here, we thought, cool opportunity to talk about Pocket Pals.
Yay!
It's back, baby.
Yes!
Shit.
Coming back. If you're in the town hall, you already know. And but yes, next year, 2024, we are doing season 3 of Pocket Pals, and
Arguably some of the best work we've done on the show.
Oh,
Pocket
yeah.
Pals.
Yeah, definitely.
Some of our best work.
Sometimes the best driving is just when you take your hands off the wheel.
Yeah.
Auto drive on.
So for those of you who don't know what Pocket Pals is that while Low-Key as a business has their holiday break, I take over the Back Pocket channel and bring some community members together for fun and games. That's my face. Oh, yep, there it is. Yeah, we... It's a trivia-based game show style thing that we do. This year, or next year, January 2024, we're going to have 3 episodes, and basically we're going to have the situation that we had last year with 2 teams versing each other. You guys are very kindly going to jump in as team captains.
Yep.
Gonna hold the wheel just for a little bit.
Yeah,
Just reach over
yeah.
and-
And we're going to have 12 spots available. So if you head to backpocket.gg, either now or later, there will be an application form for you to be able to fill out to apply for the cast. The thing that I will say this year is that if you have been on 2 years in a row, we're going to ask you to take a break. If last year was your first year on, happy to have you back. And if you have never been on the show, please absolutely apply. Love to have some fresh faces and kind of keep the momentum going.
Totally.
Yeah. That form is ready to go. Ben has it ready. So I believe we've got Nightbot muted on this end, but I believe it'll be in chat right now. But if not, go to backpocket.gg and you'll find a link to it there.
Just seeing the clips from the show and the iconic Reaper Weevil swap out.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Chaos.
That's why they can't be back this time.
Huge thank you for helping us out with that,
of
like
course.
you have done
It's my
for the
favourite
previous
thing.
2 years. Yeah, it is such a monumental effort that you undertake, and then you've shown previously the workings of, or how to make something similar on your YouTube channel, which you can check out. We've put it on the channel as well, I think, on our Back Pocket channel. Have we not? Or is it just on
We
yours?
have not.
Should
I think
check.
it's on mine. I think you
Yeah.
guys have linked to it.
We're linked to it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
But again, huge effort, and again, massive thanks to you for doing that, because we get a little break, and we just get to keep the wheels turning here at Back Pocket, and it creates content
And we get to name your cousins.
Yeah.
We get to name your cousins and steal segments. I mean, borrow segments.
And also a nice way to get the community involved in the show. It's a kind of a community takeover, I would say, of
Yeah.
Back Pocket, which is
Totally.
nice and awesome for us as well.
One other thing we're going to be doing differently this year is that there will be applications for the content team. So there are a lot of people who've wanted to be involved in Pocket Pals but haven't necessarily wanted to appear on camera. Or be on mic or anything like that. So there is also on the website and in Nightbot there is a second application form for specifically joining the content team. Those of you who do will be kind of helping me come up with the questions and helping tailor it for the people who are going to be on that week.
Yeah,
So,
cool.
And also
they
seeing
are-
it evolve as well. I wanted to point out as well, like obviously the 2 years you've done it, there was a huge step up. And again, no pressure this year. Just rest on your laurels and how good it is. But a massive effort to like increase what you've been doing there and to increase the community and the people who are there.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got a lot of people putting their hands up who are friends of the show who like jump at every opportunity to do that. Please, if you are always, if you're keen to get amongst that as well, do not be in any way dissuaded to jump on that form and fill it out as well because we
Get on a red herring.
Yeah, exactly. We want to see, hear, and enjoy having
Smell
you guys involved
you
and
as
smell
well.
all of you guys.
Yeah.
We
as
usually,
well.
So,
we usually
good-
muscle our way in there as well at some
Yeah,
point.
Yeah, we do. And
We-
we will.
Good luck to
Well-
whoever's trying to verse me and my team is all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
If you would like to
shots
absolutely floor
Obliterate
Josh,
Josh.
then yeah.
And later tonight, we're going to be doing a classic Pocket Pals
game.
segment on the couches here, just to give you a little taste. Just give you a little taste and get the hype
Borrow
going.
a bit of content that
hype
we
going.
couldn't be bothered making. What's this segment?
No, it's not happening. That's way later. Steph, let's
Oh,
go.
what's this segment?
What we've been playing.
Yeah.
That's it.
I thought you were doing. Yeah.
No, it wasn't a bit. Genuinely forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got
sure,
swept up
sure,
in Pocket
sure.
Pals.
We're going to talk about games.
Okay.
We've been playing a bunch of different games. This is what we've been playing. We've already seen the card. You're going to start. You're going to start.
No, I'm going to start.
He's gonna
You
start.
are going to start.
Yeah. Good stuff.
You made a face that made me think that I was wrong.
No. That was my
I was
excited
right.
face because I'm going to talk about. I chatted about it very briefly last week, but Lethal Company, which is the cooperative horror scavenging experience that, for good reason, is taking over the internet. And maybe it's just because of I've been playing it that all of my algorithms are sending me Lethal
Sure,
Company
yeah.
content. But are you seeing this as well?
I have been fed lots of Lethal
everyone
Company
seeing
content
this?
on TikTok. Yeah, my For You page is
Interesting.
full of it. There was a great video of like someone unlocking and locking doors while someone was trying to move through a unlock D6 or whatever it was.
It is brilliant, and I, since last week, talking about it briefly, have had another couple of sessions, and I'm starting to see the layers of depth that are in the game already. It is in an early access state, but it is feature-rich enough that it is captivating people. And the thing that is so brilliant about it, as it kind of currently stands, is the way that the RNG introduces the horror and like danger of the setup that means that you never know what you're in for. No matter how highly prepared or skilled you become at the game and at navigating these spaces, the RNG of it just keeps you guessing. You know, it's a thing that Phasmophobia didn't have as much of, being these locations that you understood.
Yeah.
You would grow to know the map really well,
There were
and that gave you
also-
a confidence.
There were also different ghost types, so you'd be like, it's this one or it's that one. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
in
that
this-
was the
in this
RNG.
sense?
That was the RNG of Phasmophobia, and I think Phasmophobia is a really effective game. I love it. The thing that this does differently is that there's modules for sure, but it is procedurally generated, or is like seed generated, so that when you walk into any map, you have no idea. You could die at the front door because there's a turret pointing at it.
Yeah.
You have no idea what you're about to
Even
encounter.
just the unfamiliarity of a space goes a long way to just setting you on edge and setting and creating tension.
Absolutely, and there are a bunch of easier worlds, and as you start to become more proficient, you'll earn more cash, and you can go to higher risk, higher reward moons and encounter more thrilling enemies and different locations as well.
Moon monsters.
There's
Moon's haunted.
It's hard to know how much to tell without it being spoilers, but every monster that you encounter is so brilliantly designed.
Because last week we saw briefly there was the face hugger on Avexia, I think, that had like a voice mod. I don't want you to spoil it if you don't want to, but in terms of those threats, you said it was kind of like there were space ghosts, like they had ethereal powers, but they were, again, does it feel more like Alien or does it feel more like Poltergeist?
It's a mix of both. Like
Cool.
it's like there's a massive spider. There's a Slender Man style thing.
Yeah, right.
There are creatures that if you look at them, they stop moving, and if as soon as you look away, they sprint at you.
Yeah. So is
in
it
a-
like
in a
the
kind of-
SCP Foundation style monster?
I still haven't played that.
What's that?
That's
So
the-
SCP Foundation is like a website where people have been writing fan fiction for like
sorry.
years and years and years. But no, there is a game.
I
There is
thought
a
you
game
meant
based on it.
Is this like the backrooms thing?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
right.
So basically they have like, they're all like numbered, like SCP-173 is basically like that monster.
It
you were
may
talking
very
about.
well be. I'm not deep enough into the game to fully understand the origin or if there even is one
Yeah.
of these things. To me, it feels like you land on a planet, it rolls a threat level, and there are different creatures at different threat levels because they are
I see.
they are more threatening.
Yeah.
And so you can expect to find harder creatures there. And maybe you want to, because the process is you get given a
Sorry, use air horn.
that's just an item that you can pick up and sell.
Yeah.
But it's fun to scare your friends by tooting the air horn.
Oh my god, I would hate
Scare your
playing with you.
One of the mechanics that we started to play with a little bit last session was the walkie-talkie. So, and you were talking about doors before. There is a massive benefit in going in as a team of 4 and leaving someone on the ship. They have access to a security terminal. They're the person that can open doors from the ship.
Right,
They only open for a period of time, so you can't open a door and then go back to it. You need to leave people in danger in amongst the threat and go, we need to open C6.
Got it.
The person at the terminal can see where threats are. They can see where points of interest are or good
Does it
loot
give you
is.
vital signs and stuff about each person?
It doesn't give you vital signs, which is interesting because when people... I think it's actually probably good at the moment. It might get introduced, but when someone encounters an enemy, there's this moment of like, as soon as you die, you go to a death screen, you start to spectate, and you can hear the in-game voice chat of your compatriots, but they can't hear you. And they'll be like, I think he got him. I think, no, he's dead.
Yeah. Because I quite like, that's one thing I quite like about Phasmophobia is being able to see the what do you call the panic level, the psychic,
the fear,
whatever.
the fear level. Yeah, that's
because,
a really interesting mechanic.
Because
in the
there's
game.
times
Isn't
when
in this.
because it determines how brave you're going to be the next run that you go in. But
Yeah.
also, it's so easy to get so caught up in looking for things and stuff, and then someone will be like, "I'm just going to go back for a flashlight," and they'll be like, "Stephanie, you're on 3%, 3%." You'll be like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
So the interesting
Sanity,
thing about so this game's version of that is you'll be looting. The person back at base will go, "You've got something moving in on you really fast."
Yeah. Okay.
And then they don't know what it is. It's just a red dot threat, and you need to look at it and determine what it is. And some things you shouldn't look at, some things you need to be looking at.
Got it.
Some things you need to just run away from.
Yep.
It's just this wonderful.
Classic Alien in the vents. It's right on top of you.
There are vents and aliens crawl through them. I got myself killed today. I jumped into a random server.
Yeah.
Is that what you were playing
with a bunch
this
of
morning?
Kiwis who were sucking back bongs like you wouldn't believe.
I heard you in voice chat, but just the tone of your voice made it sound like you were talking to people you didn't
They
know.
were complete randoms. And the first thing I heard was the bubbling of a bong.
Wow,
And,
playing this game high would be an
I had an
experience.
amazing moment. There's a creature that's a massive beast, and it is blind, and it reacts to the in-game voice comms, and if you move too quickly as your character,
Just dead silence. And then
it was. That is exactly what happened. It was. We spawned. We landed. I went out first. And we immediately found the threat. They locked me outside, and I was trying to be quiet, and I was down. I was crouched and quiet, and then they were like, "He's out there. He's out there," and I was like, "I'm okay." And then I was like sneaking around a little bit, and I was fine for like another 3 or 4 seconds. And then someone went, and then the thing just went, and just left on me.
Yeah.
It was amazing. So then it's just like, I mean, if you are following this game at all, you will see a million clips a day of people having just these amazing moments of their friends jumping across a gap, turning back. They're suddenly in the dark and there's these glowing eyes behind them and then they disappear. Just, it happens all the time. And so much of it is RNG, but the code of the way that all of these different monsters interact with you is so brilliant. And there's so many
a lot of
them already.
emergent gameplay, right?
Yeah,
Totally.
it's thrilling. I love every moment of it.
The question I have is, what's the actual, like, what are you achieving? Is it different per...
It's kind of like I don't know that there is an end to it, but every you basically get given assignments of 3 days, earn this amount of cash by the organization that you work for, the Lethal Company. So you get set out to, every time you restart, and if you once you fail, you just go back to square one. So you start out your first 3 days, you need to get 130 scrap. So you go out and you do a little, you can get that in a day, but you get 3 days to do it. Then you fly back to the Lethal Company and you have to deposit all the stuff that you've collected from different moons, and they cash it in, and then the company goes, great work, here's your next assignment, you need to get more. So you balance that by going, you earn cash by doing that, you spend it on better flashlights, better gear.
I was about to say,
you dive back into the harder moons because you have to spend money to fly to those harder planets.
Okay,
so you go, all right, let's do it. Let's go hard on this one. You get 3 days every time. 3 days to get your new goal.
You mentioned you secured the walkie-talkie. That was an item that you had to be able to purchase.
Yep.
So you had to kind of like do a certain amount of jobs successfully to get the money to be able to buy that item.
Correct, yeah.
And is it like Phasmo where you, like, it's just lost at the end of the game, or is it a persistent item that you're
It seems to be
persistently earning stuff?
It's persistent in a save, but if you fail to meet a quota, it seems that you reset entirely. There is at the moment like a character XP that you continue to grow, but I don't see exactly what that's doing. I think it might come down the line because you just reset and you start with 0 cash again.
Wow. Okay. Right.
Which I think that's good. It just makes it like you go in and you go, all right, let's see how far we can get. It's more like a wave
Roguelite or
process. Yeah, roguelite.
Yeah.
Well, rogue-like, I guess, because you lose everything when you
Like's
die.
the one where you lose it.
Yeah.
And there's progress, but potentially for upgrades. It's still early access?
Still early access.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's awesome. I think all of us on the couch here would get a kick out of it.
No, I want to play it this weekend. I think. Yeah. It seems like because I feel like Phasmo never quite balanced itself right. Like it was we got too confident and it was too easy, and we had just heaps of gear and heaps of money, and we just got, or we got to the point where we were just like, we started trying to cheat death because everything lost all meaning. So we would just go in with like a super high difficulty game and then not be able to guess anything, and then just lose stuff, but then be like, I've got plenty of flashlights, so I may as well just go in again. I don't know. It just never felt like it was quite
How quick is the onboarding in terms of if I joined and you'd already been playing with a squad? Is it like pretty straightforward tutorializing how it all goes?
Totally.
That's something that Phasmophobia was a little bit awesome, but it was a bit like, and it was a fun experience to have Steph be like, all right, everyone follow me in, here's what we're going to do. And like, I like those moments in those team games where it needs to be explained and someone has to drive that. Nick, you're a great example of someone who's good at being able to like tell the rules and keep everyone invested. But like, this looked a little more straightforward, I guess.
Yeah, and I think it doesn't feel like, I mean, at least to me so far, where I'm not like, I'm going for endgame every time. Sure. I'm just enjoying the process of learning still. So if I brought you in, I would enjoy the process of watching you learn, and I wouldn't give you too much information.
Is the word.
You learn by failing. You learn by failing in this game. You learn by encountering an enemy and going, I don't know what this does. Yeah. And then it does a thing to you, and you're like, oh, okay, that's what that does. Now I'm dead. but the restart, like the loop of it all is is tight enough that you're like, you know, if you lose an hour, you actually gain a bunch of knowledge. Yeah. Lose an hour by getting reset, you've gained a bunch of knowledge. So the next time you go back in, you're already like streets ahead.
Welcome back to the Moonbase. What have you got to cash in? No scrap, but I bring knowledge.
Get out. You're fired. But yeah, it's fun, and it's really fun to jump into random servers as well, because the people that are playing it right now are still learning it as well. So everyone is thrilled
Yeah.
By every
Yeah,
corner
yeah.
they
Yeah.
turn around, they're like, oh! and they come running back around.
And there was
all
something
the
quite
animation
derpy,
is so funny,
quite derpy.
and,
Like
yeah.
it's cool, but it's
Yeah.
it's like that cool cell shading, but also just derpy enough that all these like same faceless
Yeah.
spacemen are running around.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's like people are like doing almost Among Us style fan art stuff now, where
Yeah, right.
they're creating the characters beneath the
Sure,
masks and stuff.
yeah.
And
Nice.
like,
How
it's
good.
it's really building a lot of steam. I
Yeah.
think.
Good to see one taking off like
I
that.
think it will be a game that persists for quite a while.
It sounds like a great game to play with friends, but also I can totally see the value in just playing with random people because of the random, unexpected element that would.
especially
add
if
to
you're
it as well.
stoned out of your mind.
Gus?
Sure.
Nick?
Yeah.
Nick.
Let's hear from Nick.
Yeah.
I played. So, this game is a free one on itch.io. It is called The Root Trees Are Dead. And essentially, I found it because I've started joining discords of games that I like the official Discord.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people in those, a lot of those discords have a channel which is like, if you like this, maybe you'll like this other thing.
Oh, wow.
So someone recommended this game on itch.io. It's free to play. It took me maybe sort of like about 5 hours in total.
Yeah.
And essentially it just loads up in your browser. You start playing and it's basically Obra Dinn meets Her Story, I would say.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
the way it works is the Root Trees are dead. The Root Trees are a famous family in this fiction of 3 models, and their parents were killed in a plane crash. And what that essentially means is that the Root Tree dynasty needs to redistribute all of its money amongst all of the blood relatives in the family.
Oh, I'm
So-
falling of House of Usher-ish. Kind
of.
Okay.
So essentially the loop is that you are deducing who people are from photos, documents, searching the internet, and placing
90s
their
internet as well.
and
That's
it is a
slow.
90s internet. Yep. You are placing their photo, name, and occupation on a family tree.
Cool.
And that's it. So just like Obra Dinn, you'll get confirmed after you do every three people that you get completely correct will be locked in, and you'll have those names and photos taken out of the rotation of what you're kind of finding.
Yeah.
But essentially, for any picture, if you see a face in it, you can click on the face, and it will. Yeah, it's very, very dial up. You can click on their face and add their face to like a pool of known faces. Some people are blood relatives, some people are not blood relatives. And essentially, you're just like searching this internet, this faux internet, and kind of just getting clues from that. Obviously, that will give you names and businesses and stuff that you will continue to search. What happens after you kind of do the tutorial areas that a few more different mechanics unlock. So what you get given is the ability to search the library. So if you know the author and the name of a book, you can look up the book. And if you know a publication, you can look up the, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the archives of
Oh, are you talking about like a newspaper publication?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can go through the old clippings
Yes.
that the
Yeah,
library is
right.
holding. Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah. So
Like It.
yeah.
That great scene in It.
You have access to kind of an overwhelming amount of knowledge at the beginning, but it's paced really well, and I never got to a point where I was totally stuck. I always
Okay.
had plenty of options to be able to explore different avenues.
Yeah, okay.
And for any one piece of information, there's always multiple ways of kind of getting to that conclusion. So, it's totally free. The guy who posted it on itch.io is specifically asking not to give any money for it, because he just wanted to create a mystery, and he has used AI art as the photos, which has allowed him to create like an aged up or aged down version of the same person very
Right.
easily, just as a single dev. But it also means that like if he was asking for money, then pay an artist,
sure, yeah.
But I actually don't have
Totally.
I don't have any issue with the use of AI art in this particular context, because it is something that is being offered for free. So
Yeah.
I think it's
It's nice to see that as an approach that someone's taken as a kind of counter to the hubbub that can happen when using AI. I mean, just use the latest Hanson album and you'd be fine. In this case.
Yeah.
I love that that just even we joked about the dial-up, but how weird is it now that there is a core aesthetic to the idea of sleuthing something almost like Zodiac style, like typing into that real clicky-clacky keyboard, seeing it kind of scroll down a la like, you know, late 90s. Like it makes sleuthing and finding information feel more tactile and more like you're looking through archives versus just what we have now, which is look past the shit everywhere. It was back then, or you know, this facsimile of what it was back then has such like this really core, like it's just watching that type out, like
I think
you would type in Brenda White original, and the first 4 results would be by Betty White's cookbook or something.
I feel like as well, like as technology like continues to become less tangible, we just keep developing nostalgia for the tactile nature of things. Like I follow a whole account that's just about like old 90s or early 2000s PCs, and it's just the button presses and the sound of the hard drive grinding, and it's just like the most beautiful ASMR sound that like links to very specific memories that I have.
And again, for the sleuthing or the deducing you're doing here, it's like it's more about like that information is there, it's not overwhelmingly trying to find it. It's just like there's a core piece of something written in this I'm going to slowly read through it all. I'm going to fish through it all and find what I need. And it's like, I see that as such like just a vibe. It's fucking great.
It's one of those things where like the game itself doesn't look like much, but I was engrossed the entire way through.
Nice.
You also have a really nice mechanic where you can bring up, you can't see it underneath the title there, but there is a button that you can click that brings up a notepad. Any piece of text you can see, whether it's on the computer screen or in a document or anything, you can just select it and copy it and put it in a tabbed notebook, so you can kind of organize your notes like that.
Cool.
And that's the kind of how the confirm mechanic works. It's very Obra-Dinn-esque, like it plays a jaunty tune to go along with each one unlocking. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it a lot.
And the story progresses beyond that, just identifying these people. It leads to something quite...
Yeah, so essentially you're trying to uncover... You learn pretty quickly that there's some sort of conspiracy going on.
Sure.
And basically the game will end... there is a hidden part of the family tree that only unlocks once you know who everyone is. And in that very last part at the end, you're asked to type in the names of 2 other people. So you don't, like you're not, they're not names
They're
that
no
you can
longer in a
select from a
drop-down
list,
menu,
no menus. You actually have to type in their name and their occupation.
So you can't
and
like
hit-
brute force it.
No,
Do you
Yeah.
get to assign an amount of cash to, or a percentage of the estate to people?
No, you don't.
That would be
amazing. But yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
Nice.
And a couple of how many hours?
I would say about 5 hours.
5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
There's so many deep games on itch, aren't there?
There really are, and I don't mine it enough as a resource,
Yeah.
but I think there's so many like little indie things. Like this is just one dude.
Yeah.
One dude made
Yeah.
this, and he just threw it up there for free. And I think it's
cool to find it through the Discord, like you said, like to have
Totally.
that kind of curated or at least recommended, because there's a lot there, but there's probably a lot of semi-average stuff as well. So to find the gems is
totally.
helpful to do it
I
that
played
way.
a game called Kill the Simpsons, and you were Ned Flanders, and you would go in and you would beat the Simpsons to death. And I was like, there's going to be a good gag here. And it was just, after I killed a couple of Simpsons, I was like, I don't know that I want to kill more Simpsons. This is just brutal. Because
Maggie's in there. I'm not doing that.
they would be limping away from you after you hit
God.
them a couple. I was like, whose brain did this come from?
What did that person have
And
against the
one guy
Simpsons?
made that. One guy.
One guy.
It was one guy.
Maybe it was a personal joke that he just took too far. I'll make this to my friends and then release it.
But yeah, you're deducing things, you're looking stuff up, and you're naming cousins. So it is exactly my kind
There's
of
the
game.
link.
Amazing.
There it
Amazing.
is.
Very cool.
Gus,
No, it's you.
damn it. I just take a stab every time and hope that it's right.
But you go in with such gusto. That's
Yeah.
always exciting.
I know. Okay, so I've been playing Suica, which I've been seeing other people play online, and it's been a while since I played a game like this, but I would say it
Fuck
is
yeah, get that music going.
my ideal version of this kind of game. So Suica, touted as Japan's hardest game, which is like There's a lot of hard games that come out of Japan.
Yeah.
But it is very difficult, but in a really satisfying, enjoyable way. Suika means watermelon in Japanese. It's also the name of the little train card system. I remember when you go to Japan, you
Oh,
have
it is too.
Suika
Yeah,
card.
like on the light rail, the fast rail.
Yeah.
Shinkansen.
Shinkansen.
Well, yeah,
right.
it's just their metro
Yeah.
system and stuff as well. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like it's their Opal card system.
Oh, okay, cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm with you.
So it's kind of like a cross between like a Tetris and like bubble shooter, but the way it's different is you start with tiny fruit that gets increasingly larger when it is combined with other fruit. And if you see on the right, we're kind of hiding part of it. There is a kind of life cycle, a growth life cycle of fruit. So 2 cherries become a strawberry, 2 strawberries become a bunch of grapes, and so on and so forth until you get to massive watermelons. So the important thing to note here if you've played games like this before, a grape next to a grape doesn't eradicate the fruit. It combines them into a larger fruit.
Yeah, they go to the next state of evolution.
Yeah, so you're not kind of clearing the space in the way that you think you are. You're kind of moving shapes around and things like the negative space is being filled in different ways.
Yeah.
And
You often want to start, like when you have something that you think is close to matching, you want to do that somewhere else. So when that whole chain of them
And they
becomes...
roll into each other.
Then they'll roll in and touch, and then it's like, oh, but you've got to be doing, those ones need to touch and then touch the other bigger one.
Yeah.
It's like no real, like...
It's
can
really
kind of
hard
be-
to find a strategy to it.
Yeah.
And because of the way that the physics works is that like, things are constantly shifting and moving and changing size and shape so that, tiny things will then slip forward to the
Yeah.
underneath, and then it becomes really hard to get a like-minded, a similar piece of fruit to
I like fruited.
a like-fruited
Oh,
connection.
touch the lemons! Oh, no!
And
Physics.
also what happens is quite often you need to just kind of let it sit because of the physics. It takes a while for things to kind of like move
Yeah.
and shift.
There's like a
and
sort of soft
settle.
rotation on everything, isn't there? It's like
Yeah.
everything's slowly
It's breathing.
I
turning.
found
Yeah.
myself, because this is on the Switch, there is
Shaky.
there is a browser-based version, but I believe the browser version doesn't give you what's coming next.
It's
fruit.
a knockoff. It's a knockoff.
Oh, it's a rip-off.
It's a rip-off.
okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
This
yes,
is coming to. It is listed on Steam. It is coming soon to Steam. So
yeah,
it's
right.
obviously
okay.
popping off.
Oh my
and
god, when that
I keep saying
happens,
popping
it'll
off,
be
I
a
don't know.
disaster. So a big part of it is the
Fucking
strategy.
touch the lychees!
Memorizing what fruit turns into what fruit and having a look at the fruit that's coming next so that you can kind of plan ahead, which is really hard to do because, you often think that you just want to go for 2 fruit into each other every single time, but that's
Yeah.
not always the best approach
Because you want to know what the thing below it's going to turn into to then fall onto the
Totally. But when you have these kind of like Tetris-like popping moments of, things happening, it is super freaking satisfying. And like each round I played, I got a higher and higher score, but it was just like that very addictive, satisfying,
Yeah.
maddening kind of thing of wanting to just get more and more. So getting to I have not
killing
I have yet to create a watermelon, which is the final like fruit.
And
There's
the
no-
game you get like that's it, or I guess the game
No.
goes as a
The
score
game
chaser.
goes forever.
Yeah.
It's a score chaser.
It goes
As soon as you
into-
fill the bucket,
As soon as you fill the bucket, it's game over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tetris style.
Tetris style, yeah. But if you obviously like by the time you have 2 watermelons, they're taking up the whole space, right?
Sure.
So when they go
It's
into
pretty much game over.
well, no, but if they like connect, then they disappear.
Oh.
So then
you
you've
clear it.
yes,
Yeah.
So then you've kind of cleared a massive amount of space with the 2 watermelons
That's
because watermelons
sick.
don't turn into anything.
No,
They're at the
they
end
would
of the
never.
life cycle.
Why would they?
So
Oh, touch.
So that's
touch,
kind of-
touch. We got a pineapple. Relax. We got a pineapple.
Oh, turn it off, Josh.
It's really itching that like 2048 part of my brain.
yeah. Sorry.
I was going to add anything
Oh, I was just going to say the thing that I think is, I think with like bubble shooter and stuff like that, that kind of, I find that a bit mindless in a way that feels unsatisfying because you're just constantly clearing things quite easily and
Yeah.
then it suddenly just gets out of hand in a way that feels out of control. This feels more strategy based in terms of thinking about where you put things, even though it doesn't feel like there is a way that you can approach it.
Realistically, there's no...
Yeah.
You can't really think beyond a move or 2. You're kind of just hoping that things are going to fall into place.
And because there's a little bit of physics involved with everything rolling around, you're trying to knock things about a little bit. I see that like there's a bit
Never
of joy in
really
that.
goes the way
Yeah,
you
can't,
want.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
can't-
find?
There's sorry.
Oh, I was going to say, did you find the bug where you try to drop something left and it kind of it suddenly wigs out and goes all the way to the right? I'm hoping to patch that.
I
But
didn't think it was a bug. I thought it just kind of like if you go too far to the right, it just kind of like appears on the other side.
maybe. And then I've gone to drop something right on the edge of the bin and it just switches over at the last minute. I don't know if anyone else has had that problem, but
Yeah, I think it's
driving me
because
nuts.
like the way the bin is shaped is it's got like walls, but you can only sort of move the dropper to kind of like
Not all the way to the
not
end.
all the way to the
Right.
edge.
Sure.
So and it shows you the guidelines of how far you can
Yeah. Just
you
follow
can
the
move
guidelines,
it. So if you move
play
past the
outside those rules.
guideline, it takes you to the other side.
Yeah.
So that's
Feels
what you
like a
kind of.
bug.
It's not really it's not a bug. It's just
Then it's a design
You're doing
flaw.
it wrong.
There's an amazing clip of friend of the show Jens playing this game.
I was going to say my
Oh my
first
gosh.
exposure to that was hearing you laughing hysterically,
Oh my
and I was
gosh.
like, "What are you
It's
laughing
so
at?"
funny.
And you're like, "Just Jen's playing this thing," and you held up your phone. And I was like, "I don't know what I'm looking at," and Jen's was just screaming.
Yeah.
Jen's just is like the most 0 to 100 person.
Yeah.
You know what I
Just
mean?
like-
It's so funny. She'll be silent and then just the sounds that she will make are so good.
She's playing this game. It's like total silence. The lovely music is going on, and she drops a piece in, it lands, and like two similar pieces land close to each other. And she stares at it for a few seconds, and then she just goes, just like screams it at the screen. It's so good. It's such a good clip.
because sometimes they do. I found myself trying to shake the switch at one point, like trying to like make it move because I was like, if you just wiggle a little bit, then they'll fall through.
It's a really good spectator game. I played it and I had someone watching as well, and they were just like, for a second, like, this looks stupid. And then they were like, I can't stop watching this.
It would be good to have
this
on at
footage
parties,
just then,
actually.
I was
yeah,
like-
it's a party game for one, where everyone else just
but
goes
everyone
like,
can have a go. Yeah.
It was giving me what's the thing that everyone's playing that people put on TikTok, the runner thing, the highway
Oh.
different algorithm. Pete.
Subway Surfer.
Subway
Yep.
Surfer. Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
And like just in terms of watchability.
Yeah.
When we went to
We saw a panel at PAX where they put Subway Surfer on just to keep the audience
I was just
distracted
drooling
as a
watching
joke,
this thing.
and
Yeah.
no one could stop looking at it. It was
Yeah.
like they then were like, "This joke has gotten out of control." It's Filthy Casuals podcast panel. They were like, oh, "We'll take it away." They took it down. It was like collective. Yeah, it has that watchability to it.
totally.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and I'm nervous to hear it coming out on Steam because it is a second browser game that could be very distracting in a bad way.
Second screen.
So
game,
second
for sure.
screen,
Yeah.
second screen game. But yeah, so there is a browser version, but I think it's a knockoff, and it is and it doesn't show you the fruit that's coming up next, which I think is kind of key to
Yeah,
the
it's classic
experience.
Tetris. You want to see the next.
Yeah,
one.
so that you can plan ahead. I really, 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 really enjoyed it.
Cool.
Gus,
Hey, how you doing? Well, speaking of puzzle games, funnily enough, yeah, I checked out a puzzle game this week. Haven't had too much time to sink into anything serious, so found myself on a plane, downloaded a game, got back into Apple Arcade, saw some games in there that I hadn't checked out since I last unsubscribed or let that lapse. And so I found a game called Finity, which is a match 3 puzzle game by C-Bar. And it is the most Apple Arcade game I've seen in a long time. It fits all those sort of aesthetic tropes that the Apple Arcade games have. But it is essentially a match 3 tile game done on a 4x4 grid with a few variations that tend to stack themselves on as you progress through the game, and it increases the difficulty. Your little guide here is the snake eating its tail, the Ouroboros, and beautifully kind of glides in and out to teach you that you are matching tiles of the same color. You can move them around by moving whole columns, but you can actually move the column off screen and come back
Cycles
on.
back around, yeah.
So, for example, you had 2 on one side and 1 on the other. You cycle that column through and it'll become a 3 because it matches as it comes around. That's the easiest of the mechanics. As I mentioned, aesthetically, it is incredibly crunchy, juicy, all those
Sound
turns,
effects
the
are so
tiles
good.
clicking, resetting, and it gets better and better as you progress. The advanced version, as you move on pretty quickly past these early tutorials, and Josh, if you wouldn't mind skipping forward, the main kind of mechanic, you can match 4, obviously, as well. The main addition is the numbers that you're seeing in the bottom right-hand corner of each tile. And I'll explain this pretty quickly, but as simply as I can. Essentially, when you move a tile, if it didn't get matched...
Not really paying attention.
I didn't realize it was voice
Soft-spoken
commentary,
voice.
sorry.
That number in the bottom right corner, if a row moves and a tile isn't eliminated, it will count down from 3. When it gets to 0, it will lock.
Oh,
It will either lock and cannot move, which is indicated by a bunch of little dots, or like you see that yellow one down there, it can only move left and right, or it will only move up and down. So it's essentially slowly gridlocking up the board unless you manage to clear that or prioritize clearing that one.
Okay, cool.
That's really the core of it. And it's a great addition to, I love match 3 games. I love Grimlock. I love How to Build a Boat. I've even played Honey Pop, I'll admit it. And it's those things that just, Candy Crush, all those ones. Should have gone with Candy Crush. But yeah, I've always loved, they just scratch part of your brain that is just it's so satisfying. There's probably less of the giant combos here where the board gets cleared and it's, epic, amazing. At most, you'll kind of, when it drops new tiles in, it doesn't have a tendency to kind of drop in more matches. It's quite sort of, I think, reserved in that sense. It's always, you match 1 or 2 rows and then it's up to you again.
This is the thinking man's match 3 game where Honey Pop is maybe the
there's a tactical game in
match
there.
3 game. Yeah, okay.
Stresses me out just looking at it. I think the numbers add an element to it that makes me feel like the game wants me to feel bad.
Look, it does as you progress and you level up. I'm at a point now where there are new additions, which is the split tile there, which means you can. That's more of a disadvantage than an advantage. So you can match 3 reds above that split or 3 blues below it.
Yeah, right.
And the only thing you really have at your disposal is the more tiles you match, you build up those 3 squares above the grid. If you build one of them up, you'll be allocated a color that you can then use at your will to drop down and help clear the board. And
Replace
you can replace any tile with that
like
one
a blank
there.
Scrabble tile.
Well, yeah, blank, but it's a color that it gets
Yeah.
allocated, or it's allocated remove the lock on one of them. You can store 3 of them at any one time, so you can build up that and you can kind of use that to help get you out of some sticky situations. Beyond that, the only other last thing I really liked is when you fill that bar, you'll get to the end of the level, but you still need to clear the stage. And in this point, you need to match 3 of those bars up the top. It will then add an X square. You then need to match another 3. It'll allocate another X square. Another 3 will do another X square, and then you need to match all those 3 X's to pass the stage. It gets harder and harder, but essentially it comes up with a boss level of sorts at the end of that stage. So once you've filled that bar, you still have a sort of compound challenge to do to move on to the next stage. Hard to describe. Very easy to understand once you play it.
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
It's a bit of that. And the footage we're seeing here is someone who's quite far through the game. But essentially, it's like, hey, you filled the bar. You don't just get a new board and start again. It's like, you now need to do something quite complex to clear this board and move on.
Sure.
You're rewarded with little palette swaps. They're all beautifully pastel and, totally matched. This is passion
Design
fruit
aesthetic
we're looking at here.
awards.
I love that
Yeah.
reward
I like
for you,
navel myself, which is just these softer tones, softer sort of chalky.
like someone's belly button.
Like what? More like something you're seeing here. There are 2 other modes. There's an endless run mode that I haven't really dabbled with. And there is a mode that is something akin to Tetris Effect, which is it plays a tune that sort of builds on itself as you make more matches, that adds more stems, more instruments. It's a very simple kind of electro tune. As that's happening, you've got a little timer where you need a timer indicated by the whole screen changing color, where you need to match some tiles. Otherwise, it'll just start locking things at random. So it's kind of beating through the music. Peter finds this hilarious.
Why are
I
you
just find it
laughing?
hilarious because you're describing a thing that is impossible to describe. You have to
That one
experience
I
it.
almost got. Let me finish
you're
that one.
You're saying none of this makes any sense.
At beats of the song, if you
with
don't
you.
match
Yeah,
3
I'm
things, it'll lock a tile.
Tetris Effect.
Thank you, Steph.
I get it.
Look, I knew there was a point of diminishing returns as I described this. You really just need to play it and have it gradually introduced to you, not just by a bearded idiot on the internet. But it is really cool. Time flew by on the plane. It really was one of those. I installed that, and I wasn't in business class, so I had to find something to do. I downloaded that and a new Ironhide game, which are the guys who do a bunch of those tower defense games, Kingdom Rush and all that. I tried playing that, and it was so wordy and tutorially and cartoony, and I was like, it's only been 5 minutes, and then I played this, and I was like, fuck, flight's over. It was just, I was mouth open, just matching tiles, headphones in, clickety clack. Oh, it was wonderful. So if you got Apple Arcade, and you haven't played a match 3 puzzle game in a while, I'd highly recommend Finity. It is just very, very well made and it makes you feel smart. I will say, like Suika, you can only really think maybe a move 2 moves ahead because of the random
Because it all
nature
drops
of the
in,
tiles. So
yeah.
you feel like you're making a tactical move, but at the same time, you're at the mercy of what's going to drop. And so...
Which is thrilling at the same time.
thrilling, and it's nice to just go, well, I can only think so much about this move. It's like, I'm not here playing 4D
That is
chess.
liberating, yeah.
It's liberating to be like, this looks smart, this sounds smart, but I'm just kind of like, ooh, 3 yellow. So, yeah.
But you cut to the low saturation wide of you drooling on a plane
Yeah.
in your head.
Yeah.
There is,
So
there is something about
careful
these
landing.
kinds of games that I always feel really guilty playing because it's just, it feels almost a bit slot machine maddening in the way that you're
But
just
it's dressed up in a way that feels like beautifully indie and very,
But also the way that we talk about the sounds and the sort of the effects that it has on your brain and being so cognizant of that, but at the same time just like wanting more of it.
Oh, it's like if you put Monument Valley and Alto's Odyssey together in a puzzle game, it's just like, it's the same suite of music that people are like, bring,
And-
and you're just like, oh, what is
exactly.
this?
That was a great
every
rendition
game
of it.
tonight a solo dev? Because
Could have
Lethal Company is a solo dev.
Wow.
Your game's a solo dev. This don't
Potentially.
know. And
C-Bar.
Ooh, I'm not sure, Suika.
I didn't know if Suika was a solo dev, but that would be cool.
All kind of left to center games. Nothing too AAA out recently that we had to check out. So nice to kind of look at some slightly more obscure titles.
Yeah, totally. Obscure.
Even
Yes.
if not solo devs, like I think all like indie non-AAAs, which is nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
A little
Awesome.
bit different. Hey, we shake things up around here.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Who'd have thought?
That was what we've been playing.
Yeah.
We played so many different games. We played Space Scare game.
I want your description of all of them, but not the title.
Lethal Company
Not the title.
That's the title.
of the game.
The game is Lethal Company. You are correct, but we just want your
We were
description
enjoying
of it.
your version of it.
Yeah. What did Narcotex play?
Space Scary game.
Yeah.
Retro detective family.
Try and remember
Drama?
the name, but get it wrong.
Oh,
That's what's funny.
okay.
What game did he play?
You played
Oh gosh, the trees are rotten.
tree. It was the name of the models. It was the model's last name, and it was Roundtree.
So close. So close.
So I played
'Cause she was a
Space
model.
Horror. You played Roundtree.
And you played.
That was the last one.
I know, but I don't listen.
Say a word.
Just say anything. Pad.
Blicky block.
Flick, no.
Blicky block.
Flicky flock.
We'll be back after these ads.
Oh god.
You gotta keep them separated.
Shorts. They're summer's pants. From cargos to cutoffs, Bermuda to board shorts. When you want to show off your knees, the fourth worst part of the human body, wear Oranishi shorts. Every pair of Oranishis are single origin, fair trade, and handmade by this lonely, overworked child robot with hands. The process couldn't be simpler. We start by asking for your measurements. In the spirit of fairness, we then share our measurements. Our robot will send you fabric samples of 6 kinds of thick denim. We then make a full pair of jeans. After sending you a picture of us wearing the jeans and looking fit, we surgically remove the excess pant and voila! You've got yourself a pair of original Oranishis. And to ensure there's no wastage and a dolphin doesn't choke on them or something, we take those discarded leg bits and use them in our latest product, Orani sleeves. Orani sleeves for when you accidentally bought a singlet. So don't settle for sweaty knee pits. Order your Oranishis today. They're the only shorts you'll ever need.
nominees for the 2023 Game Awards have been announced, so here are the big talking points. Baldur's Gate 3 and Alan Wake 2 share the crown for most noms this year, with both games up for 8 awards. Both are also up for Game of the Year alongside Marvel's Spider-Man 2, the Resident Evil 4 remake, Mario Wonder, and Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Bethesda's big beefy space game Starfield missed out on Game of the Year, instead getting a nod in the Best RPG category. That being said, Bethesda's surprise rhythmic hit of 2023, Hi-Fi Rush, got a solid 5 nominations. Rock on! Dave the Diver's nom in the Best Independent Game category has caused a stir due to the developer Mint Rocket being created by and a subsidiary of Nexon, the makers of MapleStory. It's a great game for sure, but it's not really an independent game, and indie doesn't just mean pixel graphics and weird. Come on. Destiny 2 has been nominated for Best Community Support, so what's the problem? Well, a good chunk of that community support came from the 8% of Bungie that got laid off a couple of weeks ago. Ugh. What do you think of the nominations? Who got snubbed? Who's gonna win? Who cares?
Hi everyone. A few of you have been asking how I make my GIFs and Photoshops for the show so quick. So I figured I would make this short video and show you how. Let's go.
Okay, so what I like to do is I like to try and find a moment in the show, like this one here. I will pause, do a little screenshot, take it over to Paint, and then add in my text. So after that, I'll go back, get like the other frame, paste back in Paint, and add in the text. So I'm going to keep doing this for another couple of hours until I have enough frames to make a GIF. And I'll catch you guys at the end of it.
And there we have it. So after 56 hours of doing that, it is done. Please note, I do have to use a hyperbolic time chamber like the one from Dragon Ball Z so that I can upload these before the post show. There you go. Enjoy.
Well done, sir.
Masterfully
the
done.
beard. The beard.
Incredible.
I love the way how he made his hair go grey.
So
Oh, thank you so much for that wonderfully put together word from sponsors from Reese there.
Blow.
I love him. He does that. Broke Josh. And of course, we got a word there from Black Death as well, unfinished. We saw an ad there for Oranishi, one of our patrons. And of course, we saw one of the social. I feel bad now.
Yeah, it was a dick move.
It was a dick move.
You're living up to your dick bitch title.
Also, like,
Dick
your
bitch.
hair has got plenty of grey in it.
The beard, maybe. The beard. Plenty of grey.
Have you looked at your hair?
There's no grey. Josh, zoom in. Point out a grey. Oh, fuck. And we also saw the socials there. Ben's chucking the socials up, including the TikTok. Now we're grooming each other. The TikTok. No, like monkeys. Like the TikTok we put together before the show. It is now on TikTok. Thank you to Ben for their hard work. And as we do at this point of the show every week, we like to shout out any special back pocket patrons, in particular, our business pocket partners.
Oh, you just pulled it right out.
Well,
That's one less grey.
there's one less grey. Get started on the rest, Peter. No, thank you to our business pocket partner, Timothy Chu, who sponsors the show, and we give a little extra shout out to their business that you yourself can go and find yourself some help with anything in software development, analytical services, bespoke AR and VR experiences. Hey, you might be going grey and you think maybe an AR experience could cover those greys. Timothy Chu's the man for you. There's also Twitch integration. Get in contact with Timothy by reaching out via atimothy@atimothy.xyz. He can fix what ails you if it's grey hair or technical services. Thank you to Timothy Chu for sponsoring the show at that tier. Go check it out. He does good work. And
I love the wobbly nature of that animation.
Yeah, he's got a bit
I like to
of
think
a
that's just how he is.
smooth
Yeah.
moves.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
As he's
He's-
just experiencing his like AR.
that's the
Masterpieces.
smooth, wavy experience you can get through a Timothy Chu AR bespoke experience.
And generalized internet services.
Generalized internet services. Thank you so much for being a business pocket partner. We're going to move on with the next part of the show, and to do that, I'm going to need a little help from someone called Nicrotex.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello. So, of course, I couldn't come and talk Pocket Pals without doing a Pocket Pal segment. So we are going to... Well, I could have. In fact, I have.
Damn it! You fool!
Shit.
We suckered you right into that.
Well, I guess it's time to avoid the DMCA.
Nice.
It's fun avoiding the DMCA.
Oh, no.
It's fun avoiding the DMCA.
You haven't heard it. Come out with your hands up. I repeat, come out with your hands up.
It's a parody. It's a parody for crying out loud.
And of course,
amazing.
a classic muso for hire.
I love it. That's so
sting
good.
there. Appreciate everything that he does.
Hearing him getting pulled away from the cops, I almost expected a head on the hood. Oh, God.
Yeah. And of course, this segment is brought to us by Middle C.
Yeah.
And each week when Middle C sponsors a segment, we read out the lyrics of a song in the key of C.
Nailed it.
One that I have prepared for you. As of now, I've jumped quite far into the song because I
Okay.
think the
That always
lyrics
helps.
are pretty
Yeah.
pretty iconic.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Do you think, sorry, just quickly, I don't want to stall this in long. Is this a Pete easy pick? Because that's how this game works. Pete picks it, or Steph and I wait forever
I
and can't work
don't
it
think
out?
so.
Okay,
So
cool.
I have a curated Muso for Hire list.
Fun.
And
We should have got that.
I picked
I know.
I picked one of the later ones.
Okay.
So the lyrics go.
Later meaning a modern song.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay,
Gotcha.
I got no chance.
Yeah, I'm out.
This place is crowding up. I think it's time for you to take me out this club. And we don't need to use our words. You want to see what's underneath that t-shirt? Shivers, cold champagne. I get the shivers every time you say my name. And I can tell that you're all in because I can hear your heart beating. The next word is the title of the song.
Please say it.
Uh,
You don't need to say it. Oh! Is it the Parampapam?
Oh, yes. It is. It's Padam Padam by Kylie Minogue.
I thought it was the little drummer boy.
I actually never listened to the words to that
No,
song.
I read this and it was new to me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I
call.
have heard a bit of that song.
I've heard the Kylie.
I like Kylie. I love Kylie. I hate that that's a song that I think was marketed like, make sure you're doing the padum padum dance. It was like, oh fuck, it's like doing the ketchup song and the Macarena
That's
or
modern
whatever.
music. That's
Yeah.
modern
It
music.
felt like
Is
a
it? I thought
parody
that was
song.
that
It
was a
felt like-
90s thing where you'd like announce your dance and your theme and make sure to be doing the padum padum.
She
at
doesn't
the
say
club.
Kylie Minogue.
But she should.
She should.
And
But-
the rest of it was average at
But
best.
because she makes club anthems, I
Yeah.
think that's kind of the market that you're
I'm okay with
marketing
the club
to.
anthem. I just don't like. Did it have a dance? Is there a particular dance? To
I
the
think
song?
so.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
what
I've
I think.
seen
Yeah.
a lot of it. It got shoved very heavily into my like For You page and reels. And
Yeah,
stuff
right.
For quite a while.
It was
while they were
basically
promoting it.
the modern version of U2 having an album install on your iTunes.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think it
By
was that
force.
bad.
It was like, Kylie's here, motherfuckers.
Hang on, TJ
Whether you
Growler.
want it to be or not.
Why is Gus so incredibly straight? That's not fair. That's not fair.
Yeah.
I have a very eclectic taste in music but I just, that one Kylie, I fucking love all of Kylie's stuff. I just found that song was a bit selloutish. I didn't like
To
it.
me, yeah, I agree. I love Kylie as well. But to me, it sounds like a song that would have been in like Tropic Thunder 2 as a gag.
That's what I mean.
It's
It was
like, this is, and Kylie's got a new song, and then it's
Everyone's
like
doing
an
it.
open
That's
stage.
That's such a weird take. I don't think so. I totally get it as a song. My only, and this is a personal thing, my only thing is that I don't like it when I feel like auto-tune is like back with a vengeance at the moment, and it's like it's used as a vocal like an effect, like a voice effect, like not just to keep people on pitch, but like, you know.
Yeah.
And I still find that weird to listen to. I find it like uncomfortable. That's the only thing I don't like about it. But as a song, I think it's fine.
I think I hate an artist launching a song with predicted success. I think I just hate that. Maybe it's an Australianism. It's just like
Kylie Minogue.
This is,
Kylie
but like
Minogue
drop your
deserves
song because you know
all
it's going to be popular, not because it's got like a dance and a catchy name. Like
No, but
everyone's going to be
Kylie
loving
Minogue
the,
is a gay icon, and
That's
she
fine.
and she markets to gays, and
they love a hook. I get
fucking
yeah.
love that song
Yeah,
and the
okay.
outfit and everything. I feel like she is making music that people want to hear.
It's sold well, and I think it's doing well.
I
but-
think I think if anyone is going to launch a song like that and do it in that way, it's her.
It's her, yeah.
and she
True.
and she did it well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dig it.
Quick Carly fact: she in the you remember she did the ad with the music video where it zooms up and they're all lying on the pool slow, I think it's called, and they're all like doing cool.
Yep.
Yeah, they recreated that for an ad for Australia Tourism, and they zoomed up and she's lying at Wiley's Baths in Coogee in the exact spot that I go to every freaking time. They zoom out. I'm like, that's my spot. Carly's in my spot. I was in Carly's spot.
You're in Carly's spot, yeah.
I'm in Carly's spot. Anyway,
It was Carly's spot first, damn it.
shit story. Let's play a bit of game.
Yeah. So, speaking of music, the Pocket Pals game Avoiding the DMCA is a music-based game, and unfortunately, we have a pretty heavy restriction on Twitch where we can't play music. So, the way we do this game is that I choose usually. I didn't this time, but usually I choose songs from famous video game songs, and it's up to you guys to guess the name of the track.
Easy.
I'm gonna be bad at
Or the
this.
level that it's from.
Easy.
For 1 point, and for a second point, the game that it's from. That one will probably be easier.
Easy.
And for a third point, what the
compliment.
composer ate for breakfast the day that they wrote it.
So the trick of how we do this is that the songs are backwards.
Less easy.
So this is how we skirt the DMCA rules, but it also gives us kind of you're not identifying the song itself from the actual notes that you hear. I guess you're kind of guessing it from the vibe of the song.
Yeah.
And whether that's familiar. So we have an example.
Excellent.
Josh, if you could.
Maestro.
He couldn't.
Now, should we practice our buzzers?
Please practice your buzzers.
Me.
I don't know who was first.
Is it Sonic?
It is not Sonic. Steph?
Is it Mario 2?
It's not Mario 2.
Me.
Peter?
Is it Mario also?
It is. It is indeed Mario. It's the Mario theme from the smash hit movie starring Chris Pratt as Mario.
Oh, what was actually the movie
That's
one?
quite specific because, like, the melody of that was just the Super Mario Brothers theme.
Yeah.
But that was the film version of that theme.
It was.
Yeah.
So I'll give
Now that
you.
you- now
I would
that-
give you 1 point for that, but that was just a demo.
Now that you say that, I can hear it.
Yeah. Okay. So
This is going to make me feel
This is gonna
like
be hard.
it's going to make me feel unwell as well. That kind of like hearing music run backwards has that kind of spawning sainted and kind of like
It does that thing that like VR does to your brain where it's like you're having an aneurysm.
Yeah, it's like I can hear it, but it's not right. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I was the one who actually cut all of these and reversed them, and some of them are really fucked up.
So yes, in terms of me getting a content team to help me this year for Pocket Pals, Josh and Ruby very kindly assembled all of the songs for
good
this
work,
one.
guys.
So thank you very much to both of them. But yeah, let's do track number 1.
Crank it, Josh.
A little bit. Me. Me. That is the Misery song by the Imagine Dragons, and it's attached to the show Arcane.
It sure is. That is Enemy by Imagine Dragons, and it is the theme
I called it the
tune
Misery
for
song.
Arcane.
Is that
You're
okay?
a bad husband.
I'll give you 2 points for that. You got it. You got that.
The Misery song.
If the mods can help us track scores as well, that
Yes,
would be amazing.
if someone could do that in chat, that would be amazing.
You're you laughed and pointed.
I was still thinking of directly video games and I didn't make the connection fast enough.
The only reason I know that song as well is because it was on loop while you were watching Arcane. For the first time.
Peter. If you want to be in misery, you're in trouble now.
All right, let's move on to song number 2.
Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
Jazz is so fucked.
I know.
Also, chat be cool.
Yeah, check
Oh, it's cool. We're not going to look. But
Any clues? Any games that have a jazz theme?
Persona?
I immediately went to Persona for sure. I thought
There's so many tracks.
Yeah,
in
I
that.
went to like LA Noire.
I'm
But I don't remember it actually having any memorable soundtrack. It's like
For me, it's like an Atlas game. It's gonna be like Persona or the one with the multiple girlfriends and the sheep in the night. It's not that. Catherine or
And the sheep in the night.
Does anyone want to buzz in and give
I'm
it a
gonna
go?
say I can't remember the name of it. Me and the trumpet game that came out last year or the year before.
It is not.
Okay, what was that called?
Trombone Hero?
Which was it was a great.
It
little
was
game.
great. Yeah.
I can't remember what it's
Yeah.
called.
Me, Persona Golden.
It's not Persona Golden. Steph, did you want to have a crack?
I feel like it's
It sounded like real.
I feel like it was a really popular indie game.
I love these because as soon as you say it, we're gonna be like, yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
I will
love
say, someone said the title out of buzz already. Someone actually said the game.
Shit.
I don't remember what any of us said.
Trombone Champ, yes.
Trombone.
Thanks, Ruby.
No, I wasn't thinking Trombone Champ. I
Oh,
was
is
thinking
it?
of,
Is it pocket?
Oh.
Is it
an actual? It was a jazz game, not the gag trombone game.
Right.
It was a jazz-based game.
Oh, okay.
Like puzzle game. Night in New York or something.
Oh yeah, the black and white.
Yeah,
the
like the
moonlight.
paints
said
and
it?
everything.
Previously. Was it me?
What the?
Mario 2?
No. You said it in reference to this song. What was your first thought?
My first thought was LA Noire.
Yes!
Oh,
It's the theme tune for LA Noire.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Well done.
That's
Good
a
gut.
point.
I gotta trust myself.
All right.
Well, I guess is that 2 points? Because you said LA Noire, and because it's the main theme, surely the main theme is called Le Noir.
Yeah. We'll do that.
Yeah, 2 points.
I won't take sympathy points from you, sir.
Look at him trying to buy his way back.
But I love you, sir.
All right. Let's do track number 3.
Let's do it.
It's a great
Please,
song.
Josh.
It's a great song. Me?
Steph.
I'm gonna say like Stardew Valley.
Not a bad guess, but not Stardew Valley.
Me,
Peter,
I'm going to say Undertale.
you would be correct.
I've never played Undertale, but I know Ruby loves Undertale, so I assumed it was going to come up at some point.
You'd be right. There's a lot of
that's
Ruby-flavored games
That's
in this
cheating,
list.
Yeah. We're going to get 3 of them.
Composer?
Danny Elfman.
Me, Toby Fox.
Toby Fox.
That wasn't part of. That's not worth.
Don't you get a point?
No.
I'll give you a point
composer's
for
not
it.
on
Why
there.
not?
I need a point.
Unless you
Give
know
him
the
one.
title of the track.
Me,
It went on screen.
Magalora's theme.
Me, Under the Moon Tree Hill. I can't remember
The
what came
track
on
is
screen.
apparently called Once Upon a Time.
Okay, there you
so.
go.
I have the album on record.
Oh, really?
Yeah, done in piano.
Is that on record?
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Bad joke. Moving on.
Thanks, Josh.
Josh, keep those sound effects for the rest of the show's existence.
We'll give Pete one of those points and Gus the other one. Okay, let's do track 4.
I hate this.
This song, when it is played, typically makes people feel very sad.
But in
But in a
reverse,
hopeful way,
it's quite happy.
because you're letting someone go.
Me,
Gus.
Final Fantasy. I can't finish.
Wow, Josh. No, it's not a Final Fantasy.
To the Moon.
It's not To the Moon.
Me, it's a Zelda game, and
It is, and I can't give you a point until you
I say the
pick
actual
a Zelda game.
a Zelda game. Then it's Wind Waker.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's 1 point.
It is called
Making some
Gorinofo's theme.
So this is Grandma's theme.
Grandma's theme.
I was going to say.
From Wind Waker,
Grandma's
yeah.
name though?
Grandma.
Goronofo.
Goronofo.
Oh, okay.
Read the wiki for once in your life.
I need to be deeper in my knowledge.
Read the wiki.
Well done.
Cool, well done. Track 5.
Me.
Gus.
Metroid Prime.
It's not Metroid Prime.
Damn it. Oh, I have another game. It's not fucking epic.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Me,
Peter?
Final Fantasy 15.
It's not Final Fantasy.
I think it just got to the point where now it's going to be very obvious.
All right,
Oh,
go
really?
for it.
Okay.
Steph, this is yours.
I feel. Oh, it's Baldur's Gate.
Do you want to buzz in?
Yes. No,
It's Baldur's Gate.
Yes, it is
Oh,
Baldur's
yeah,
Gate.
yeah,
Well done.
What's the name of the song?
What's that? Oh.
It's called
Title screen?
So it is the main theme for Baldur's Gate. When you don't have to give me the name of the track, if you could just give me the context
Where it's
of
used
like
in the
where,
game.
I only
where you
know
would hear it.
Down by the River and The Promise, which is the version of Down by the River without the lyrics.
Yeah, okay, fair.
I realize how much of it sounds like Metroid Prime music. The running
Yeah.
backwards, everying sounds like
It's
that.
funny because when you said that, I was like, I can totally see how you would
It
think.
sounded
yeah.
at the start.
It's
It
good.
sounded like old Soviet propaganda
Marching
music.
music or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, I agree. There was something about the
Yeah.
the drum
Dun,
in it.
dun, dun.
Yeah.
Because the funny thing about it is, because it's played in reverse, you have to kind of
You're
remember
getting
that
the
you're hearing the
end. That's what I was
denouement
Yeah,
of what
yeah,
the.
yeah.
Oh,
I
fucking
try to reverse
fancy.
it
That-
in
I
my
don't know if
brain,
that's exactly
and I
how you say
can't.
Nah,
Musa,
I'm
was that
impressed.
correct?
Also,
denouement?
these aren't just in reverse from the end of the song backwards.
They
as
could
well.
be from,
We've
like,
specifically. Some of them might be. Who knows? But there's usually specifically a chunk out of the song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, yeah.
Yep.
I think generally we try to go for whatever the most
Iconic.
recognizable chunk would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do track 6.
Oh, Peter.
Peter.
That is Banjo Kazooie, and it is the theme from the mansion, the haunted mansion.
It is not.
Me.
Gus.
Banjo-Kazooie Great Mighty Pooh?
No, it's not Banjo Kazooie.
Was that
Great Mighty Pooh was in
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
It's not either of those.
It's not.
Okay, yeah, cool. Steph? Oh, we'll keep playing? This,
Yeah.
I need to
Yep.
hear where
I
this
don't
goes.
know what this is.
It's a really lonely,
Okay.
it's a haunted wank.
Yeah. I got it.
A haunted wank.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you're the one who has
Nieces
to
dig it.
guess.
Nieces dig it. Nieces dig it. Nieces dig it.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's a Luigi's Mansion.
It is the main theme from Luigi's Mansion.
I heard it as soon as it started turning into a wimpy voice. It sounds. Miss Silver's backing me up, and I'm sure you agree. That sounds heaps like
The Mad Monster
Brand
Mansion. Yeah,
Kirkhope
totally.
was doing for that stuff. Yeah,
absolutely. Cool. All right.
Just ectoplasm to my pants. Did Steph get 2 points for it? No, you've just been getting points round after round. Baldur's Gate.
I don't know the likelihood of this next one, but we'll give it a go.
Bring it on. Bring it on.
Number 7, please, Josh.
Me.
Peter.
This is from the game called Artful Escape.
Ah.
No, sadly.
Keep playing.
This is the start of the album Injustice for All.
What a banger. This sounds just as good backwards as it would
It
forwards.
does. It genuinely does. I think an older classic.
Yeah.
It's kind of a modern reimagining.
Oh.
What was that?
This is
It
a
was
bit
just
of a-
getting good.
Yeah.
Any
Did
ideas?
you say a modern classic?
A modern redoing of a classic.
Oh, it's just thrashing metal.
Me. Armored Core.
No.
No,
That's a great guess.
Yeah.
Got good
Any-
guesses.
any
Nothing
clues,
winning
Steph?
yet, though.
It's not that like
Full of good guesses.
Blood Dragon Far Cry.
No,
Oh,
it's not.
that's a
That's a good
yeah.
guess too. It was actually F-Zero's theme, so it's Mute City. Specifically, the one chosen here was from Super Smash Brothers.
I need
but-
to hear them
Okay,
forward
right,
now.
Yeah,
It's like that's the
and we
thing.
can't play them.
We can't.
Yeah.
Congratulations, chat. Someone in the chat got it, I saw, so that was good.
Ah,
nice,
nice.
Yeah, nice. All right, let's do track number 8. This one's a bit more modern.
She didn't
Was
me.
that a buzz?
She didn't me.
Me, it yeah. Oh God.
I have a guess, but I want. Okay, Steph, you go. Well, we keep playing.
God, it's because I heard it, I recognize it, and I can't, but I don't know what it's from. I'll have to pass.
Okay. Gus, were you buzzing in, or do you?
No, I
do
need
you
to hear
wanna
more.
go?
Yeah,
Let's
we would
keep
like
going.
to hear more, please. More.
Me.
Steph,
It's Starfield.
it is Starfield.
Whoa!
Well done.
Nice. That's
Well
the main. That's the main
done.
theme. That's the main theme.
Bad at this.
I just edited a video with Starfield, and so I feel like I have.
nice.
But she accidentally
Be on the brain.
Yeah. That's when you scrub backwards, reverse the timeline.
That's pretty good.
Cool. All right.
Nice work.
Done. You guys are good at this.
Let's do number 9.
Number 8.
We hang out too much.
We watch too much Simpsons.
Bit irreverent.
Yeah, it's organy, isn't it? Oh, I don't have any.
So I don't have
Really
anything.
leans from
I'll
that.
say me. It's like Death's Door.
It's not Death's Door.
So my other thing is everything is fucking screaming Twilight Princess because when time goes backwards in that, it goes
yeah.
not like Twilight Princess. No, that's backwards music.
So this one's an indie hit.
Indie hit.
I purposely didn't put like the really recognizable motif in this one.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Fuck you, Josh.
But it is only one instrument, I will say. It's only one instrument, and that instrument is a piano.
Yeah.
And it's a bit like.
Go again from the top while we think. Bit of thinking music.
I'll have a stab.
Yep.
This is Mr. Golding for Untitled Goose Game.
It sure is.
Oh,
Well done.
Oh, fuck.
Is it? I don't know. Is it the theme?
It's not the theme.
I know we was
do you-
getting-
Do you want to pick an area from the game that it would be?
The pub.
The garden.
They're all gardens.
Yeah.
The village.
Yeah, I would just go the
village.
opening village. He
He
was getting
I
Debussy
think
from the
that's
start.
true. It is called
Bussy?
garden music.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're all gardens.
They're all gardens though, so I think that's fair. Cool.
Garden music.
All right.
The giveaway there, I mean, the help was from Josh when he said it's one instrument, it's piano. I was
Yeah.
like, that whole game. was
Yeah.
just-
There's only
that whole
one
game
man
is
I know who plays
Dan
piano.
and a piano.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
it sounded so different backwards in a way that like it changed the. Yeah, it did sound like an organ.
It's almost worse
Yeah,
when
it did
it
sound like an
turns into another song. When it turns into ramble, you're like, oh, I can
Yeah,
piece this together. When
yeah.
it turns into a new tune, my mind's
yeah,
blown.
it
Yeah,
sends you on a
nothing,
different
yeah.
path. Yeah, yeah.
Josh, is it much trouble if I skip a couple here and there? Okay. Can we go to number 11?
Oh, number 11 sounds good. Oh, I can't wait to hear number 11.
Oh, it's not a
I
10.
hate number 10. Forgot number 10. Me.
Gus.
Pause it.
Me. Is it Brutal Legend?
It is not Brutal Legend.
With vocalist Jack Black?
No.
I can give you 1 point.
Oh! Oh shit!
All right, let's hear the rest of it.
Me.
Steph?
Is it Jack Black singing the fucking Bowser song?
Yeah.
It's
Peaches.
Which was not really a very good song.
And it's not a funny the Bowser song. Okay, 1 point each?
Yeah, I think so.
That's great.
All right, let's do number 12.
We never circle back to 10. We never will.
I gotta keep some for me.
This is beautiful back
I love
Yeah.
this. I've gone into my Candyland dream.
This again. I can hear this is a new song.
Peter.
It's
Me.
older. Peter?
It's older.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, all right, I'm done. I was going to say it's from Mario Brothers Wonder, and it's a world, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's not Mario Wonder.
Yeah.
You'll hear this in some form of menu style interface.
Can we keep going?
Can we?
This is gonna kill me when I don't get it.
It feels like you know the card that you do for like the Game of Life.
Yeah.
It's like that kind of wonderful.
But it's going. Which means it's
Yeah,
going
like
to-
1950s. It's got that 1950s kind of vibe.
So my initial guess was going to be a Kirby track, but I'm now going to say it's. I know it's not this. It's something from a Wii menu.
It's not from a Wii menu.
Thank you, Josh.
But it's extra insulting, isn't it?
It's like, is it from Always Sunny? I think it is the Wii menu music, Josh. And he buzzes. It's like it is the. Can you buzz me again? No. Okay, yeah. No, keep buzzing me there.
Yeah.
Really hurts.
Okay, I'm going to give this one out. This was the buy menu from The Sims. When you're buying items for your house. Specifically from.
I don't think I played that enough to have it ingrained in my head.
Sims.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you about any of the music
All
in The
right,
Sims.
let's jump to.
Ooh, a jump. We're going for a jump.
Let's do 15.
Yeah.
15's
I'll know that one.
15's a banger.
Yeah, I'll know it.
This immediately sounds more sinister than it is. Just by virtue of being backwards. I will say one of the pillars of like massive games.
Me?
Steph?
I'm gonna say Final Fantasy.
Not a Final Fantasy game, unfortunately.
I'll play it at my funeral. It's lovely. Like,
Kill me.
kill me now. Can we go again?
Yeah?
Roll it again, please. It's
Oh.
And I'm trying to reverse it in my brain, and it's so
This is so
hard.
funny, but I literally used to cry to the soundtrack of this game. It is funny when you find out what the game is. It's not the game you would cry at.
It's not the game you
It's not a game you would cry at.
And I laughed at Ruby for crying about the soundtrack of this game when we put it in here. I laughed at her, and I don't feel bad about that.
It's really hard to try and compose it back in your head the other way.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. What's something that Ruby would cry at?
Designed to be
Basically, any
non-distracting.
cute
I would
photo of
say.
a small creature. Designed to be what, sir?
Designed to be non-distracting while you kind of are doing the task.
Me?
Yep.
Minecraft?
Gus, you are correct.
It's Minecraft.
Nice.
And it's it's by X78.
They're not asking what the composer
But I
is.
know. I'm flexing here.
No, it doesn't. That's not what it's about.
It's not?
It's C418.
Damn it!
You were so confident with X78.
I have it on record. I do. I had the Minecraft soundtrack on an LP.
Okay,
Nice. Is it
let's
green?
go for some.
Does it have a creeper on it?
It's see-through green.
okay.
Were you just saying random numbers?
No, he's a Swedish composer who does like cool chiptune music.
But
it
you
was
were
by
saying random
but it was
numbers.
by someone else that also hasn't named the random
C1
numbers.
C178, not X78. Whatever.
But so the person you were thinking of was that person. You
But
were just
they
writing.
it was a letter and then some
Yeah.
I
numbers.
thought you were like a different DJ is called X78.
There probably is.
I was like,
just
man,
mad.
Sweden has weird naming conventions.
I got close with the lettering convention. Josh didn't buzz me.
Yeah, that's
Josh
like
didn't
M86.
Stop it.
Okay, let's do some ones that are going to be hopefully instantly recognized.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Let's
Let's
do
do number
number.
17, please.
Oh, 17's a classic. Let's go.
Zoning in. Me.
Peter.
I don't actually know. It's Imogen Heap, but it's not.
It's wicked, not
As soon as I said me, I'm like, of course it's not fucking that. What are you talking about?
What you say?
Oh, incredible.
Dear sister.
All right, let's keep playing.
Me.
Gus.
It's the Portal 2 end credit song.
It absolutely is. For a third point, can you tell me who the composer was?
Nah.
No? Okay. That's fine. It was Jonathan Colton.
Cool. The second one had the one with all the lyrics.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't
This
had the
was
cake
a
song.
this was a triumph.
That was one.
That's one.
That was the first one.
Second
This one's
one
called
was-
Want You Gone.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was good. It was a great
Alright.
song. God, I need to listen to that again.
All right, let's do 18.
Me.
Gus.
Gerudo Valley theme from Ocarina of Time.
It is Gerudo Valley theme from Ocarina of Time.
Nice.
Smashing it.
Now you're in front, I think.
All right.
Or up here.
Number 19. It's exactly the same.
Me.
Yeah.
Gus.
Is it Undertale again?
It's not Undertale.
I know the music. I can't put it. I definitely know the music. I can't place it at the moment. Let's hear more, please.
Yep.
It's way more scary in reverse.
Oh, shit.
Why do I know this so well? I'm just gonna say me,
Peter.
and it's Pokemon,
Hi.
and it is it's not. Is it Lavender Town?
It is Lavender
Okay.
Town. Well done.
Okay, cool.
It does sound a lot-
creepypasta, town.
Yeah. There's
It sounds
literally
identical.
Yeah.
the sunflower boss in Undertale. It's that literal music. It's just that
Oh,
when it's
really?
like the scary sunflower. Yeah. Oh wow.
All right. Let's do 3 more. So let's do 20.
I want to do them all.
You want to do them all? Yes.
No,
Most of them are
you're through.
harder.
Yeah, cool. And we suck
let's
at
do
this.
number 20.
More guitar in game music than I thought.
Okay.
No idea.
No idea?
it sounds like it'd be such a banger forwards.
Yeah.
I want to know.
This was Join Us for a Bite from Five Nights at Freddy's.
So we're all too old for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also don't know this song. But yeah, chat was on it.
Chat
pretty
was
quick.
on it.
You got it. All right.
Chatty
well,
young
Ruby,
enough.
forgot I added this. Sorry.
Is this Lee Carvello's putting challenge?
All right, keep going. Next one. Let's
Let's
go.
do 22.
Yep.
Me.
Gus, I think you got him first.
It's GTA San Andreas.
It's not GTA San Andreas. Peter, did you want to have a crack?
It's GTA 4.
It is not GTA 4. Steph,
Keep playing.
You
You
keep
keep playing.
Yes,
Steph, we're out.
absolutely. It's GTA. Five?
It sure is the main theme from GTA 5.
That because GTA 5 is so old now.
Yeah.
It feels like an old GTA.
Yeah.
That piece of music was so iconic.
I had no idea, and I was like, it's got to be.
It's from the opening sequence of GTA 5 when the camera pans down to.
Isn't that San Andreas?
No.
It's Welcome to Los Santos, like it says on the fucking screen, Gus.
But he's Googling.
It may be a callback to that theme, potentially.
Maybe they call back to the theme, but that was definitely the instrumentation of.
I don't know why,
GTA
but the
5.
first thing I heard in my mind when that burst into sound was, "This one is for the boys with the booms."
It wasn't that?
No, it's not that. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like that.
Well, that's what I heard.
It's funny the things that get Josh. That just really like.
Oh, we're doing all of these. We're doing all of them.
We're doing all of them?
No, we'll do the last. Well, how many were there? 25, and we're up to 23.
Yeah.
I
You want to see if they get 14? Okay,
Oh,
let's do 14.
interesting.
Okay.
So what happened to
Let's do 14, and then we'll go to 24.
Yeah.
And then we'll end on 10.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sounds like Marilyn Manson.
Me?
Gus.
Castlevania?
No.
I feel like everything sounds like Castlevania backwards.
Yeah, I've been waiting for it somewhere.
It's because it makes it sound everything sounds like organs.
Organs and-
yeah.
There's a little whistle.
Let me try and whistle.
Oh, it's lovely. Oh, it's right up there, isn't it?
Any ideas?
Nah.
No.
Josh likes it. That's why he wants to know if we know it. So it is.
Use your powers of deduction, Peter.
I know that it is. It's the League of Legends theme.
It is not the League of Legends theme.
Josh likes it.
Josh likes it.
So it must be
it's
League
low.
of Legends.
I haven't played League of Legends
How
in like a whole
reductive.
year at this point. I played TFT a little bit, but that's about it.
A bit of an older one. That was the theme for Age of Empires 2.
AoE 2.
Chat was getting
I've
it.
played that this year.
Chat was getting it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, the HD remaster.
Oh,
thing.
of course. Yeah. Okay.
24?
Let's do 24.
Let's do 24.
We'll end it there.
Okay.
Then we go to 10.
What are the scores leading into the final
What are
round?
the scores?
I think Bendy's ahead.
But you gave me a pity
Stephanie,
point earlier.
10.
No, we didn't.
Pete, 9. Gus, 7.
So I could steal. And
I need
Gus could tie if you can give me the composer.
You need to name the composer as well.
Damn it.
Number
Damn it.
24.
All right.
It's not going to be X78. We already had him.
Who is it?
He doesn't exist.
There is no X78.
Pete, it's a good game theme.
Oh, fuck off.
The composer was. It's a good game theme. The composer was. It's good game. Good game theme.
Yep.
2 points. And for a third point, I won't tell you the name of the composer because I do not recall, but I can tell you that it features the vocal stylings of Jeremy Ray.
Does it?
Oh, he's the one saying it's good game.
Was it the original?
Yeah, they still took the same
I took-
modulated one and took the modulated voice of
Yeah.
his voice.
I think that part persisted
we kept that.
for a while.
Oh, Christ.
Who did
Yeah,
compose
and
this
no,
piece?
and also
Elliot?
because he was
Elliot?
he
I
was
don't
really
think
into
so.
drum and
Maybe.
bass as well.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why it had a drum and bass thing. Yeah.
What a mess.
It's certainly a lot going on. Cool. So our final scores
What
ended
was
up
10?
being. We can listen to 10.
Let's do 10 for no points, though. No
It's
points.
killing
because I
it.
won.
It's killing it. It's killing it.
Can we hear 10, please? You might get it.
I won.
No.
No.
I didn't hide it because it was going to be a...
Me.
Peter.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
It's not Hello Kitty.
Me.
Gus.
Is it Stardew Valley?
It is Stardew Valley.
Fuck!
Nice.
It's called Going to Town with My Turnips.
I give him a point for that. That's a great song title.
Yeah, that was good. That was actually a shot in the dark.
I mean, look.
I just feel like they all sound like Stardew Valley to me.
Yeah.
All those songs that are like chiptune-y.
What's the
I'm
track
like,
called?
is it Stardew Valley?
The track was called Overture. So, I gotta be honest, I don't hate the answer going to town, because that's what you do in that game.
Yeah.
Oh, you
totally.
got it.
With
the
my
turnips? Maybe not
turnips.
turnips.
With my turnips.
With my
turnips.
That was more of an Animal Crossing thing.
Yeah.
But
Good fun terms.
it's still, you got a point. So that gets you to last.
That was
still.
very,
Well done.
very close. So we ended with Steph on 10, Peter on 11, and Gus on 9.
I grew
Nice.
to love that game. I was so excited to play it, and I instantly hated how much my brain is not wired to do that.
Yeah.
It just can't do it.
It's interesting. You were taking a tactic that like I didn't kind of
Doesn't
anticipate
work.
was that you were actually trying to reconstruct the backwards thing.
If I heard like do do do, I'd be like do do do.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
but the second you're doing that, the song's
You've
kicked
missed,
on.
you
You're like,
missed
yeah,
that.
"Ah,
Yeah.
this doesn't
You really
work."
have to work off a vibe.
it's a lot of
Yeah.
brain power. I was just kind of like, if you
was
know the instruments, you kind of maybe get it.
Surprised
Yeah.
you didn't do the Skyward Sword theme, or that they didn't pick that one.
I'm really
that is-
surprised.
No, it's
I'm
fine.
not disappointed.
It's the Zelda theme backwards. That's how they came up with the Skyward Sword theme.
Ooh.
Why am I on this couch? It sucks.
Fucking cares.
So that was avoiding the DMCA, and you'll see that on Pocket Pals
It's fun avoiding
in the coming year.
I love this.
Next time, Imogen Heap needs to be in.
I love how the one with M&M's runs off. It's like, quick.
It's a parody. It's a
And of
parody.
course,
It's under fair use.
thank you to Muso for
fair
doing that. Thank you to Ruby and Josh for compiling that list.
Thank you to you
Bravo.
for coming up with that game.
I enjoyed that very much.
That's great.
That was good. And fun for chat also, I think.
Yeah, let's play along.
I hope so.
That's our show. And fun for chat also, I think.
And you were there,
Well,
and you
anything
were
that,
there.
that they get to play along as well,
Totally,
I think
totally.
it's nice.
It's always fun.
But it's not
Yeah.
the end of the show, because we've got more show after an ad break.
Oh.
Let's do it.
Hi, and welcome to the Back Pocket Game Plan, your weekly roundup of all the games coming out this week. So let's get into it. Dino lovers will be thrilled to learn that the Jurassic Park Classic Games Collection arrives this week. It includes 8-bit, portable, 16-bit, Genesis, and more. Stars in Time will see you praying to the stars to free yourself from a time loop, to free yourself from a time loop, to free yourself from a time loop. And if you've been enjoying the heavy machinery of Construction Simulator, then the Spaceport Expansion DLC looks like it could be... Wait, who eats a donut like that? What the fuck? You're a monster. Stylish turn-based platformer Worldless will see you exchanging polarities for a beautiful score. Manage basketballers like a pro in Pro Basketball Manager 2024. That's all I have, I'm so sorry. It's a bird! It's a snake! No, it's a snake bird. A game which asks you, what is the longest possible length a bird can be? Gosh, I can't wait to find out. Well, that's it, that's game. So how long is your snake? I mean snake bird. I mean damn it.
There's a way of life which grants the grace of eternal divinity, where the waning light of the celestial body pulls through the broad canopy of a silver-winged tree. The bring the peace of 1,000 sleeping cabal pups. In which the embrace of a mother Kale and her tenderfoot daughter evokes the ageless whisper of a love deeply known, but often unseen. The silent and vigilant persevere for the good of the many, shunned by the arc wielders and the fusion tossers, but closer now to truth than e'er before. Through the thankless act of generating heavy by the power of Aeon's grasp, those chosen may find salvation. And through it all, an everlasting ray. Join your local evangelists of the One Ray Commune today and bask in the All-Father's rays for evermore. Eva Ray.
Welcome back to the show. We saw words there from Mel. It wasn't really a word, was it? It was just air expelling through an anus. And we saw one there from Dump Days as well. Thank you very much for sending that in. We saw the game plan, and we saw Eva Ray's ad, and we saw a promo for the podcast. The Pocket Buds. Tomorrow we've got a great episode coming out. Ruby chats to Loz from Griefed. And they talk about the esports industry and how it has crumbled. Because it's definitely in a trough at the moment. So it's the two of them kind of having a talk about the state of esports in Australia.
But uplifting, because where can it go from here? Only but up.
Only out of the trough.
No, it's just really interesting because Loz has been in the scene for so long, from its infancy in Australia. And she has really great insight into why it's in the current state it is now. I don't think there's any point in pretending that esports is taking off. Everyone knows it isn't. So it's really cool to hear her.
They do talk a little bit about the heyday of it too.
Yes,
yeah.
Nice.
Where the money was flowing like wine.
And the wine is flowing like beer. It's a great episode. If you haven't already subscribed to the podcast, make sure you check out. It's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, it's on through Podbean, in all those places. So do make sure you subscribe. Go in there, give her a review. Go give it a 5-star review and write something up. And Ruby will most definitely, and she can quote me on this, or she can just do it as a job, read out said quote on the podcast. It could be anything. You could give it a 5-star review and then just have a little tirade or write a short song, a poem.
I want to know what she was going to quote you on.
Well, I was going to make her... Yeah, I didn't use that right, did I?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
No, that's how I speak. But yeah, give it a review because it's good stuff. And also, if you want a bit of extra content for your earbuds, you can get a bonus episode of that if you're at the gold tier and above.
Yes.
So do make sure you jump on that. You'll get access to that straight away tomorrow, so you can finish the episode, roll straight into the bonus set, which has Loz in it as well. And then if you're at the silver tier or above, a silver tier, you'll get access to all the extra content at the end of the month as well. So both good incentives to sign up for those.
They are good tiers. They're all good tiers, though. Join the Patreon. Help us out. Help us make a show.
Please.
It's great fun making a show. That scared me a little bit. Let's get on with the rest of the show. We're going to have some very good gameplay tonight. Very good gameplay is brought to us by Dumpdaze.
Oh, shit! Ooh, Dumpdaze.
And we have a wonderful... A lot of you would already have seen this. This has been published on the internets. And we looked at this on... it was made so quickly that we looked at it on the post show last week. But we need everyone to see this. It's a great Dumpdaze comic. It's a single frame There it is. The
Steph,
saloon.
would you please?
Would
Steph.
you?
In your.
Oh, okay, yeah. Wait, Billy, you ain't changed your shoes yet.
Saloon. I read the other bit.
Yeah. Good.
I will say, actually, there is something written on the bottle, and you guys won't be able to see it, but I'll see if I can read it.
Oh, enhance.
On the bottle.
Interesting.
Does it say?
It says Ruby something. Hang on. Let me see if I can zoom in.
Can enhance.
Zoom that layer, but
Come on.
save the settings.
It's working.
Oh, it's baby cougar baby cougar medicine.
Baby cougar medicine.
medicine.
Medicine for
Nice.
the baby cougars.
It's for the baby cougars.
For the baby cougars.
Because they don't know.
So thank you very much, Dump Days, for sponsoring the show, for supporting the show in this way, and we're gonna keep loving your comics. So keep making them.
I mean, we'll keep loving them if they weren't sponsoring the show, but we'll give them all the glory of the
No, I
screen
would
time.
hate them.
Peter will hate them. Peter will hate them. Do not remove your patronage. Peter will hate your comic.
There's no way I could. They're so cute. Let's play some Super Crazy Rhythm Castle.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
So Super Crazy Rhythm Castle came out a couple of weeks ago. It is a chaotic rhythm adventure. It is a cooperative puzzle rhythm game. Okay. So we're not playing off against each other. There will be some chaos, I'm sure. But we got to work together to think outside the box while keeping our combo. So there's going to be some button comboing, and we're going to make our way through the castle
You said
together.
this is cooperative?
Yeah, it's basically moving out. Oh, okay. It's like, pardon me. It's like moving out, but with Guitar Hero mechanics.
Uh-oh.
And by that I mean it's top down, running around cute little characters, doing mini games that look like we have to do button prompts to try and keep a song or a rhythm or something going. I saw a trailer for this quite a while ago, and it was in early access, and I thought this looks like a great game. But again, chaotic. Can be played one player, and I've watched the trailer where it's one person playing. It looks heaps of fun as well, but this looked adequately chaotic for the show, so we thought we'll give it a go.
Adequately chaotic.
Adequately chaotic.
I'm
Who
the
is
red
each
one. Who's green?
I'm the bird.
I'm the robot.
I am the guy holding a horse head.
So Peter's...
What?
Yeah, Peter's riding horse.
Oh, I should have my glasses
Yeah.
on.
Do you want to grab him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all right.
okay.
We'll just
Grab the
kick around on the keyboard in the meantime.
Crossbuns makes a fun point. We have done a lot of musical stuff tonight, haven't we?
Yeah,
We sure have.
picked music.
There's not a lot of... so I see you looking at controls going, what are the controls? There aren't really any.
Okay.
You move until we get to a puzzle that has a rhythm game attached to it.
Which I can see.
And then we're going to have to hit the buttons on cue.
As they- right,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I see.
So it's a little bit like we run
I just wanted to
between-
jump.
Yeah. I know. My first instinct is I'm spamming A. Like,
And it's
what's
not
going on?
working. I'm like, let's keep going. All right, let's head
The
up.
art is beautiful. We're about to walk over a foot.
Oh,
it
it's an
is a
upside down
foot.
It's an
foot.
upside down foot.
This has got some real
The way the bird hops is so cute.
blink, blink, blink.
So this is going to tutorialize us, so we can probably skip a little bit of this. It's going to be pretty obvious to us seasoned rhythm veterans.
Seasoned gamers.
Got some stay together. Okay. Got some Hades vibes.
Stay together.
Microtex is like a little microbot.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Boop.
Everyone getting the trumpet?
Get on your hole.
Get on your hole, everyone.
Aww.
This has.
One more time. Steph is the bird. Nicro is the Nicrobot. Gus is
Red
horny.
Devil. I'm Gus is horny.
And I killed a horse. B. Depart.
Is it? Hey.
What are we doing?
This noise. We're just making noise. Hey, Josh. Can you do us one big favor? Can you please parsec into the game and move the cursor? Because it's in the top left of the screen.
Come on. I was gonna say it had a kind of horrendous.
No one move.
All right, no one move. Everyone stay still.
It had for a second that kind of, I had to look it up, Hieronymus Bosch, the one who did those like hellish landscapes with way too many kind of like strange perspective drawings and lots of little details. It had a kind of that vibe, but in a cuter way.
Thank you very much. Everyone jump on.
Okay.
So left bumper, right bumper, X.
Oh, we all have to do it?
I guess so. Oh, we see who got it right. See it's broken into 4.
I see.
Are we getting it? Who's
that was a
failing?
tricky one.
Not really. Not if you've got rhythm.
Well, this is cooperative, Angus.
We've got rhythm. We've got. Ooh, little combo there.
Two of us is finished.
Sorry, I trumpeted when I shouldn't have. Well, this is easy.
Who's
I
green?
Did it?
I panic and anticipate it sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
just a little toot when you're not ready.
Yeah.
Come on, bird.
Bird.
Oh, sorry.
This is Hades.
Yeah.
This is death's door because I'm a little bird.
Death's door, Hades.
Nuts.
No time for all the lore. We're on stream.
I was the last.
Show you a
Last what?
Hold
Oh.
on.
Oh, we could have read that.
Nah, no time.
Nah.
I want to talk to the paintings.
I want a guitar hero this shit. Let's go. I'm a holy devil. Oh my god. What
Laser
the?
gun. Why?
Why not?
Okay.
Wait, am I aiming it? Oh, I see.
I appear to be.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, it's on.
Okay. It's auto firing.
Oh.
What? Ah!
It's shooting on a beat.
You can see it in the left-hand
Oh,
side.
left.
Of the
Oh.
So am I green?
You're green, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it any
I'm
button?
purple.
I've filled up mine.
I don't think
So-
it's any button. It's
You're-
just
It's
you're
not
only
like
aiming
We gotta
it.
let Steph. You gotta aim just at the targets.
And it'll go off. Who's green? Oh, yeah.
Wait, so
You're
Yeah.
only aiming, Steph.
Oh,
It
okay.
shoots.
It's auto firing when your note gets hit.
Huge.
Nice.
There
okay.
Confusing, but we got there.
Yeah.
I love the level design.
Later, skaters.
I like the trumpets.
Oh, I had to get off. They.
How do I get off?
B.
Oh, B.
Yeah, the sort of engage-disengage element of it is.
Look at it skip.
I guess it's just like, is everyone ready?
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is amazing.
This is incredible. Oh man, this art style is just.
I'm talking to the
All right.
Yeah, let's talk to one of them. Oh, that's boring.
King Ferdinand, latest
What?
album cover.
This used to be a place of great. Come on, everyone. This has been a very noisy episode
Yeah.
tonight.
Uh-oh.
Come on, Steph. On your hole. On your hole.
You could have played just a sweet
love
little
the
tune. Ooh, A, B.
Okay, as the previous. Hang on.
Am I putting
Pop
it
off. Excuse me.
Are we just throwing them off the cliff so we can get past?
Think so?
It sounds like a
There's
Final
lyrics.
Fantasy. Oh, A,
Were we meant to do that?
B.
We can go.
But it's so fun to throw them off.
I can.
There didn't seem to be a
Help
progress
me!
bar that
Help
was
me!
going.
Yeah, Andy's gone.
Why am I? Okay.
I don't understand what that one was.
I
It was
like
just
the
a
song.
it was a
though.
fun little interim.
Yeah.
Little activity.
I love how we're doing little Nike.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their own little walk animation as well.
Yeah.
I'm doing a little horsey ride. The
yeah,
bird
yeah.
does cute little hops.
Little hops.
All right, everyone, grab a thing.
All right.
Wow,
This
wow,
looks like
wow.
we're going to be doing some
Left bump X. Play along.
playing along with music.
Come on,
Oopsie.
come on. Let's go. Hey,
Let's.
let's ziggle zig.
This is
Zig,
amazing.
zig, ziggle. Wiggle with your ziggle. When you wiggle with your ziggle, you giggle and slide and spin and laugh and spin.
That's great.
It sounds like the Go team.
And slide and ziggle. Zig, zig, ziggle. Wiggle.
Does someone need to go and press that? I'm going to go and press the button.
Oh yeah.
You giggle and slide and
Good work, Peter.
Nice.
and spin.
It sounds like the salmon
And
song.
spin and slide and ziggle. Zig, zig, ziggle.
Zizzle.
Wiggle with your ziggle.
Wiggle.
When you wiggle with your ziggle, you giggle.
I'll get it.
Slide and spin and laugh and spin and laugh
Oh, there's another one.
and slide and ziggle.
Oh God, everyone.
Oh
press-
god, we all got it.
No, just one per side. Oh,
Oh God.
okay, that's
my
what we
God.
learned. We can't see the board now.
Oh shit.
Oh no, the chaos! Oh, the chaos has arrived. How did we go? We failed.
I focused hard on the.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on. Let's
Are we,
go.
are we leaving?
Hey.
No,
No,
we're
we
not
gotta
done.
keep
We gotta
going.
keep filling that meter at the back wall. We just had to clear the board.
Wiggle with your ziggle.
Back to the song. Wiggle, wiggle, ziggle.
You giggle and slide and spin.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought this was Josh singing at the start. We can do it. We can do this. We don't need that.
Slide
Yeah.
and ziggle. Zig, zig, ziggle. Wiggle with
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
Wiggle with your ziggle. You giggle and slide.
Oh,
The
is
bar
it
won't
not
fill up
filling?
because they're holding it.
And spin
It's what?
and laugh.
The bar won't fill up anymore because the arms are there.
Ah.
Zig,
Where are the buttons?
Do we have to?
Oh, we gotta
just-
fill those with juice? Yeah, we gotta put purple ones in the purple one.
Tidy the room.
That checks out. That checks out.
It usually says at the bottom, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the green one? Oh, up here.
Oh, I think you just A these.
Yeah.
You don't need to be them.
All I can do is the guitar here a bit.
You keep doing that. I don't want us to abandon it entirely.
Last
All right,
green.
I think it's the last green going in.
I'm with Steph. Uh
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Oh god.
Come on.
Is there another green down here somewhere? No.
Oh shit.
I'll be on cleanup duty.
Dun, 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 dun.
Go away. Nice.
Get on it. Yeah.
Hey.
Wiggle, 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 baby.
Hi, ho, Silver! Away!
That was great.
That was a good.
Wiggle,
That was,
wiggle,
really
ziggle.
inventive.
that was a good. That was a good tune.
There's not
Yeah.
enough lyrics in video game
Ziggle,
music.
ziggle.
I've said it for years.
You have been saying it for years.
I have.
It's really annoying.
I famously say that.
Famously.
Famously.
Made the beat. I think mini boss.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Oh no. Jab. So this
Super
is called
Crazy
Super
Rhythm
Crazy Rhythm
Castle.
Castle. Yeah. It is a co-op multiplayer rhythm game.
And we just got through the tutorial, apparently.
Was that all? Oh, okay.
Because this is chapter 1.
It's beautiful art. What was the
Underground.
side-scrolling game crowdfunded? The guys who did Monkey Island. There was like
Broken Age.
Broken Age. Feels like Broken Age to me.
All right.
A little more weeby. Chibi. Big head, little bud.
How much story are they going to add to my rhythm?
Is this Humpty Dumpty?
I'll write it up once
Is that
my
a little
yolk settles.
eggy?
Yeah, he's an egg. He's a cheeky egg.
Right. Open the door.
Egg in the chat. Egg in
Change,
chat.
hold. Oh no, you can change who you are. I don't want to
Oh,
change.
okay. Do I talk to egg? Someone could really get hurt falling down. What?
Someone kick that egg.
Light humor. Play the music and do as I say. I guess it's this.
Oh, I guess we go through that door.
Okay.
Back the way. I mean, we did fall down here.
Play, hold.
Yeah. I'd like another song with lyrics,
Egg.
please. In the cave, G.
Ooh.
Everyone take a spot. Smart enough to. Oh, it's a puzzle?
Wiggle,
Ready to play
wiggle,
and also the
wiggle.
music.
Wiggle with your ziggle.
You look nervous. Oh gosh.
Okay.
You're gonna be fine.
It's like Nicotex doing a start of a puzzle. Everything.
Hold.
Ooh.
This is beautiful.
Because you
Oh my god.
deserve a piece of gold. And
Oh my
I know
goodness, this is the most beautiful game.
you can't wait to see
Okay.
the future.
Keep.
Nice.
Step.
Don't ever let the
Oh.
dogs get in your mind.
I'm nailing it.
Feeling of true love becomes hard to find, and everyone around you becomes so cold, and then you start to drown deep in your black hole. Where is this soul? Nobody knows. What's the destination to where
Lighten all the bulbs. Shouldn't be too tough.
we all have
Unless I push these buttons.
Uh-oh.
Why are we still here?
Oh wait, do I go press the button?
Purple's gonna come on. No.
Nope. You just gotta crack on.
I love the variety already
Yeah.
that we've just.
There's a lot to take in at once. Oh, I'm not.
Why is the middle one
They
grey
just
now?
said color is overrated.
It just makes it harder.
Right, yeah.
I guess. Not really.
And I know you
Keep getting to hold. Okay, we got this. What a banger!
Yeah, it's beautiful. I don't know who the artist is. Oh,
Hold.
shit. I lost it there.
Are we done?
No, we're filling
We're
out.
filling out blue now.
Yep.
It would be sad if we didn't get to hear the song all the way to
That's true.
Yeah. So this game has like a bit of interest, but it's only got like 80 something reviews and is like reviewing as good on Steam.
Yeah, right.
Really?
Yeah. But it is Konami, so it's got, you know, a reasonably large publisher behind it. And I mean, I like it a lot already.
Oh, God.
Almost there. Oh, here comes the trumpet solo, baby. Oh, let's get this purple.
That was a tricky part to have covered.
Now remember, it's the notes you're not playing here. Let's give it a skip up. Oh. I'm getting just enough vibes of Guitar Hero, like, I am playing these instruments.
Yeah.
I wonder, we didn't see last game. We're not getting a score of who's doing better than each other, are we?
No.
Which is kind of good in the cooperative sense.
Yeah, I
but-
don't want to know. I think I'm doing okay, but
Oh, missed that.
man, I want to see if this
nailed
soundtrack
that.
is on streaming services.
We
so I
finished
can
it.
Listen to it on the way home.
That board is done.
Can't get more purple than that. Look at this concentration. This is not the chaotic stream I thought it was going to be. Ladies and gentlemen,
I think it's because
go
the
freshen your
music, the
drinks at
music
the bar.
is so
We'll be back in
good.
5.
I want to do it justice. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
feel like
know.
Guitar Hero, like, a lot of the time I don't give a shit. And
got it well
this
done.
is like, this was beautiful.
When the exit flashes, it means the door only unlocks when I say so. Okay.
So say so.
There's an exit at the back. Is there a puzzle?
No. And I don't say so. You cheeky television.
What's happening?
He's
Hang on.
bullying
He's
us.
trolling us.
Rude.
Oh!
What?
Oh! Oh! What are they?
Oh,
Can we help?
it traps you in a thing.
Can I?
Tanglers.
How'd you do that?
Oh, now we can exit. Oh no, this way. This way?
Yeah! Oh, okay, yes, accuracy.
Super.
So I got 93, Steph got 73, Nycro 91,
I thought I did so
Pete
well.
96.
I was so confident. I nailed that, you guys.
It is, yeah. It's a full price game, and I think like maybe that's detracting people. I think like at a $40 price range, this would be like
I guess
an
it
easy
depends
in,
on
but
the
it's
length as well.
Totally, yeah. And it's $58.
It's a single
Steam.
player though as well. We're playing co-op for fun, but you could have played that whole thing just with the same prompts. We were doing the same actions between all three of us. Do we just want to see if there's one more song quickly? Like this is uh-oh.
What do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
We got
good.
heaps of time.
No, okay. I felt everyone was going to be like, well, that was nice. I'm like, I'd like to hear it.
Yeah, no, I'd like to hear it also. I can play this all night.
This is going to sound like a neg, and I'm sorry because I do this all the time.
Neg it.
No, I just think as video game enthusiasts, we are. We are. What's the word when you're not given something enough? We are.
When you're given something.
oh God.
We're starved for.
We are starved for vocals in video game
Sure.
music.
Okay,
And so I think it's all good, but I think we
You
have
mean
an extra.
people generally, not us specifically?
No. I mean gamers. We don't get enough
As video
vocals.
game enthusiasts, we are not given enough.
Specifically,
We don't get enough. What's the word? Money. No,
Okay.
we're starved of vocals in our tracks. And so I think they're always good when they're there, but there's an extra little like itch I get when I that gets scratched when I hear vocals. I'm like, oh, someone's gone to the effort of putting
totally.
lyrics in it. Alan Wake 2, different kind of story. Portals, those ones, it's just like when you hear a song play and suddenly have lyrics, I just get really excited. And I think that was a beautiful song. But I think if that popped up in Spotify, I'd be like, that's an okay song.
Yeah,
but the fact that I heard it just then in this setting elevated it. And it's just such a lovely...
True, it is unexpected.
So I think based on our accuracy, it was recommending which, whether we go like...
No, just keep it on the low one.
Oh, is it?
Oh, come on.
Oh,
We all
no.
got 90s
I mean-
and 70s. We can go higher.
Oh, hang on. No. Each player can select.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
but
it's per player.
before that, it was saying like, I saw
Steph,
something.
come to the right bumps.
yeah.
Come over, join us.
Oh, no, I'm
Okay,
all
so
in.
onwards through this gate, stay together, or wait, hang on. Yep.
Oh, there was a bird back there.
There's a bird back there. Okay, so this is
as well.
potentially. I would say you're getting in the way of our music, sir. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, Alan Wake 2. I dive back into that moment regularly. That's all I'll say.
Oh, really?
Oh, like
You got to save just before that?
yeah,
Yeah,
and
Nice.
Oh no, sorry, no, as in I watch it.
Oh,
back. Like
okay.
other people play it and react to it, and
Yeah.
Steph needs to play that game.
It's so good.
It's incredible.
I just
There's a bucket of caramel corn. No, chicken.
level.
Stephanie, don't
Vines
look.
refuse to budge.
Your bird character.
We gotta
Okay,
do
here
it.
we
We
go.
gotta do it.
Do.
Stay
Ooh,
together.
a star. Oh, pop party.
Pop party. Play music. To
Turn up riches for me.
Sounds good.
Or Mel.
Oh, okay.
do it.
He's a
Either me
greedy
or
record
Mel.
label guy.
Red Dead 1, Jose Gonzalez. Like
Yeah.
the second you're hearing guitars and suddenly lyrics, you're like, oh,
Yeah,
great
yeah,
song,
yeah.
but just good moments. It's a trick that's not used enough, I think.
A trick.
A trick. They come to trick you.
They're tricking
Last of
us.
Us Part 2. Bit of Pearl Jam.
Really?
Yeah. The song they play in the
Bit of,
car.
bit of aha.
Yeah. Totally.
That's
right, Ellie
Was that
plays Aha,
second
right?
or first one? Yeah, that's the
Second.
second one. Yeah.
Get over here. All right, everyone pick a spot. Collect my money for me. Oh, shit. Pete, you're over there.
What happened to me?
Left bump, right bump, X, and right on the D-pad.
Oh, no. Oh, fuck.
And what am I doing? Oh, I don't need to play that game. I need to do... Oh, I'm collecting the gold. Where's the gold?
Shut up, I want to hear the song.
Peter Panner. This is country pop.
Oh, fuck. I can't. The right bumper thing has thrown me.
Yeah. I think as you guys get correct...
Oh, you come back over? I'm over there.
Yeah.
Shit.
As you get correct inputs...
Am I trying to
I'm
avoid
getting,
purple?
Yes.
I haven't even looked over at that side of the screen.
You'll get over
It's like
there
rock
eventually.
DJ.
It does.
It sounds like
That is
Micah.
a really unnatural.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm over here.
Steph, you're over there?
Steph, you're over there. Pick up stuff.
Everything? I'm just picking up everything?
No. No,
What am I
just,
picking up?
just the gold.
Oh.
Every wrong note generates a purple over there, and every correct note generates a gold.
Right.
Oh, shit.
So she
Okay.
can actively blame us.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Best that I stay over here then.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Nico's over there.
So just gold, yeah?
We're not doing great.
Shit.
I think I'm nailing it.
Oh.
Shit. Sorry.
Oh, it's me.
This is still a banger.
I don't wanna ride DJ.
Cause you're making me feel so right.
It swapped.
Oh, fuck,
Kelsey
I'm
over
over
there.
here. I was in the mood.
In the mood.
Oh no, green things. Fat bottom girls. We got a lot of money to make.
Yeah.
Oh, the walk cycle sucks over here. Who trumpeted? Stephanie? Nick? Was that your trumpet?
Probably me.
No, it's me.
Steph wasn't even on the pad.
What? Look, it was probably for the best, to be honest.
Amazing.
I did nail it.
Incredible. man, I did not do great.
What? Oh, we
You
needed
needed
140.
140.
Let's retry that. We can do better.
So
We understand it
funny.
now.
That's so funny.
we
On
understand
the
now.
whole
We
second
understand.
half, I was trying
As
so
soon as you
hard.
come back from the other side, you need
You
to
gotta
get back
on
on
the
pad.
pad. Okay.
That's fair enough to not. Okay, fast forward.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now we got it.
I
We got
just
it.
assumed it put me back.
Who's going?
I assume the same.
It's hard that you don't realize you've gone over there and you're.
All right,
Is
you're
there-
over there first, guys.
Oh God!
I think.
Okay, there's not enough.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's me.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's so unpredictable.
Okay.
What the fuck? Who's doing
There's
that?
so many purples here already.
Step.
No, they're actually minusing.
Yeah.
What is going on over there? There's so much red.
Steph.
No, I'm doing it.
All right, I'm getting swapped.
Oh, it's me?
Pete, you're over there.
Yep. There's a lot of purple over here, guys. Oh, Steph, you're over there?
Oh shit. Thank you.
That's a tricky one. That one.
Yeah.
No.
X right bum. Gotta be doing better, right?
Yeah, you know it.
Who,
I'm over.
what?
It's me.
Okay, shit.
Stop. Oh shit, I'm stuck in purple. Oh, that's a bit of gold. Damn it. Ah,
Got this.
I got nowhere to go. Gold me. Oh, I'm over.
Oh shit.
Nick, you're in.
It's me. Yep. It's funny because the swaps are always accompanied by like a large bunch of purple coming out as everyone just tries to figure out where the fuck they are.
Shit. Right bump and right bump. Right bump and right D-pad.
Yep.
How do you know when to change
doing
this
good.
now?
Oh, I'm back in.
I'm over there. I'm over there.
The big hand above the person's head.
Oh, well, we're looking at the board.
Yeah.
How do I get out of this thing? I'm trapped by the... Oh, no.
Are we gonna do worse?
No. We're going to succeed. I'm going to collect all the gold. There's not a lot. There's a lot of purple. We're fucked. Yeah, we're screwed.
Come on, mate.
Fuck.
I can only dodge so much.
Oh,
And that did it.
chicka bow. Did we get it?
Not quite.
No.
No. Why? Oh,
It's
why?
so hard.
Is it?
One of my bumpers must be broken because I'm definitely not missing 33% of those.
93 over
Not
here.
bad.
Well done.
Told you all about the time
I
I lied
improved
that I
by
was bad at
9%.
Guitar Hero just to try and kill
Oh, we're done.
Oh yeah, we're done there. That's great.
Yeah,
That
I
is
have
great.
not experienced that blend of rhythm game with. I love
Such
the
an
random
inventive-
hot swap.
Yeah.
Is a cool extra little.
29. It was better than before.
That was better. Yeah, you improved.
I thought
20% is
I
less.
thought I would improve more than that though, based on like the fact that I wasn't playing the entire second round. But I guess because I got more, that just gave
But
me
you
a
gotta
chance to
blame
get
the
more wrong.
Yeah.
Also, that like the trance you get in any rhythm game is just that is where your eyes are locked, and suddenly to have your little avatar pulled from the control panel over there wouldn't know unless someone yelled
Yeah.
at me. You're
Yeah,
over there,
yeah, you're
which
the one
needs
over
to be
there.
the job of the person who was there, who's not there anymore.
Yeah.
So
I think it feels like I'm doing well because I know I hit the buttons at some point. And so I'm like, that was fine.
that's fine.
We were in pro mode for the first time as well.
yeah.
That's true, but I like that. As in, I liked the extra input
Yeah,
down
yeah.
the bottom to make it a little more trickier. That was called Super
Rhythm
Rhythm.
Super crazy rhythm,
Rhythm.
castle.
Super Crazy Rhythm Castle.
Castle.
Everyone take a word.
Super.
Crazy.
Rhythm.
Castle.
And that was very good gameplay.
Cooperative.
That was fun. I was worried that game would be a little too chaotic when we looked at it before the show. I thought that might have been just too much on the screen at once. But I think
It was great.
it was cool.
I think they kind of like get around that by putting people in specific like set spots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think it's very difficult for me to things like
We also have the smaller screen, so
Yeah.
You do end up with that every week. We need to find a fix for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe
I
it's
don't
Steph
think-
not being in that chair every time.
I don't think it's going to help.
Dude,
I don't think it's going to help.
that is your ride home, okay?
I've just for someone who plays video games for a living, I have terrible reflexes and timing.
And eyesight and memory.
Yeah. But I feel like I'm living proof that games are for everyone.
What a legacy!
Nice.
That's a lovely legacy to live behind. Because that's the end of the show.
Sure is.
That is everything we had planned for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. We're at the end of it, so that means we'd like to read the credits. So we'll bring them up. And I mean, it's been such a musical episode. I'm not going to ask everyone to sing it, but I just think
You just did.
Can we add it to this song?
And I love the mods. Gat, Syntax Error, Liz Dahlia says Cat, Phoenix, Lion, Disturbed, Jex, Caboose, What the Shark, Snail, and Lord Shadamar.
Gus Bid Wrangler, Dumb Days. What? I'm trying to do it to the song.
I'm
That's
with
what
you.
we're hearing.
Yeah.
I was doing Rock DJ.
APS Baker Bunny Bun Bun.
But lubricator, Technologic.
Foot Severer, Moth Captain, Wardrobe Department, Aranishi, Remover of Foot from Gus's mouth, Babbling Boffin, Milliner for Williner, Macadagda.
You gotta pass it on.
Now do it as Nicki Minaj.
It's Justin Timberlake.
Give me just a flyer, boory head technician, Kane Lavos, Scotty Groomer, glowing man. I bet the boy is his Jeff.
Ready? Wait.
I better buy Jeff.
Barbecue boy, nude pirate, box boy, boxy, weird little guy, airport brain.
Are you
Scotty
trying to
Peter is
do
by
that too
Frost.
hard?
Scotty Feet is the super studios. Pitch, perfecta, music for higher. I don't know the rest.
It was Middlesea.
It was Middlesea.
Oh, fuck.
It was good.
Fiddlesea. I fucking
Jazz
love
coordinator is Jazzles, designer of Wellesley Timothy. Community hot boy is me. And my hot boy is the coastal city. Remover of sass is sassless. Mute house band is music for hire.
Rick said this
That
is
is
the
so-
widest show on the internet.
Phil Tippett.
Credit supervisor as Laminator.
Wow, one of our best or worst credit reads. Not quite sure where we landed on that one.
We've had some shockers.
Worst.
We've had some shockers. I'd say that's
I
up there.
sang to my own tune.
Yeah.
Oh, this
We
will
were
work.
all- I think that was the problem, is that we all were.
That is true. Those were the credits. That was the show. And this is where we get to the end of the show and thank you guys. But we also say, hey, stick around because there is the post show coming up. And that's sponsored by Oz Naminator. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's where you get to hear the behind the scenes stuff. Come behind the paywall with us, won't you? I'll tell you all about how I really caught that fish. It's not as alluring now I say it
I
that
know,
way.
it makes it sound like you had the fishing line tied to your dick or something. Like, and if it's
Yeah.
not that now, the story's never going to live up to the hype.
Things were tied to things.
You
Let's just
bought
say that.
the fish, didn't you?
I bought the fish. It had a barcode, but I tried to cook it. Thank you so much to Oz Naminator for sponsoring the post show. That is where you're at the appropriate tier or above. You will get access to that. It's a private YouTube link. We come back and chat for another like 20 minutes or so. Things get loose. Things get funny. We go through the creative. We chat. We answer your questions and stuff. So we encourage, if you're not already at the right tier for that one, to please come and join us. It's a heap of fun. It's some extra bonus content. It's good fun. Thank you, Oz Naminator. As we do every week when we have a segment sponsored by Oz Naminator, we read a bit of Aussie rhyming slang. We try to work out what it is. Now, I wasn't prepared for this one, so I've just opened it. I'm skimming like
Okay,
that. I'm just
I'm not
skimming
looking.
to the bottom of the page.
I'm not looking.
And I'm going to say, guys, as some Aussie rhyming slang, if I reference to something as an Oxford scholar, what am I referring to? You know, couple of Oxford scholars.
Aussie
I
dollars.
have a guess. Is it dollars?
Fuck, that was quick.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was
there
gonna
you go.
say hot under the collar, but then
All right.
when you gave me the
Gosh.
example.
Yeah.
Tell you what, every context sells it.
Don't give context. Just give me
Yeah.
the words.
Plates of meat.
Plates of meat.
Feet.
Hey, she said.
Oh,
It's a
nice.
point.
They are plates of meat.
Yeah. Gosh,
sure
it's been
are.
tough on my plates of meat. And we'd be doing it tough if it wasn't thanks to Oz Naminator and all the other patrons who help us with putting this show together and sponsoring it as well. If you would like to get behind Back Pocket, you can do so. And you can help us on Patreon by heading to backpocket.gg. You'll find links to our Patreon where you'll get updates on everything that we do here, all the extra content, the podcast, the bonus episodes, the paywall that you can jump behind. Ben is putting posts up there every week with summaries of everything we do here at Back Pocket. They're a great read. It's a great little community space to hang out. And if you like hanging out in community spaces, you'll get access to the Discord as well, where there's a whole heap of channels that you can jump into. You can chat about games. You can join the voice chat and do things like Halo Hump Wednesdays. Is that what it's called?
Halo Hump Days.
Halo Hump
One day.
Days.
One day.
Fuck, I'd be in for Halo Hump Wednesday, so that sounds awesome.
Yeah, for that. And assorted other days and themed around video games. There's,
Ruby in the office today picked up a Halo shirt and said, and held it up and said, "I'm so sorry. I thought this said hello."
She's like, hello. But yes, there's a fun community there to get involved with if you'd like to. So thank you to everyone who supports the show on Patreon and gets access to that. There's also links to our socials. If you head to backpocket.gg, there's links to our TikTok, our Instagram, our X. But we
Our
post everything up there.
YouTube.
Our YouTube as well. We
Our
archive-
shorts are going off.
Are they? Don't. That's in the post show.
Yeah.
But the socials going up on TikTok are a heap of fun. So please share them around because it's nice to get noticed that way as well. Nick, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for coming in. It's lovely to have a friend of the show pop by.
It's lovely
Bring
to
a little
join.
content as well.
Yes.
We have those
Little
guests that turn up and those guests who turn up and they just don't.
They
know
don't do anything.
They just don't know what's going on.
Lazy.
They sit there and they act so dumbfounded and they're like, "What a
I think all our
wacky
guests
show!"
are great.
They've all been lovely, but it's nice to have someone who knows how the wheels
Thank
turn
you.
here.
I always appreciate an invite.
And of course, make sure to subscribe to this channel because then you'll see Pocket Pals over the holiday break, which you'll be running. Good luck with that. Make sure if you haven't already signed up on the Google form, if you'd like to be part of that.
Yes.
Just to be clear, like the Twitch page, follow it. Sorry, not subscribe to it.
Well,
I mean, subscribe to it, but it's a different thing. You subscribe to
You
a
can.
YouTube channel, and he's just showing he doesn't know the internet.
Follow a Twitch page.
You follow a Twitch page. You don't subscribe to it, unless you want to give us money.
Well, that's what I was going for.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Peter. We got to discuss these business strategies
I
before
know,
we get in.
yeah,
If we want to
yeah,
rinse
yeah.
every dollar these are on. So please subscribe to this channel. Just share it with your friends as well. That's another big ask we have at Back Pocket. If you've got friends who might enjoy this content, make sure you share it with them. A lot of people don't know we exist and do this, and it'd be lovely if they became Back Pocketeers themselves. So share it with your friends, your families, and as I always say, your enemies as well. I don't know why, but I just do. We're going to be back next week. Same show, different guest. And shenanigans. And then we've only got a couple of shows before the end of the year.
Yeah.
We got some curveballs along the way, don't we, Josh?
Yes.
You goddamn right.
Don't we,
do.
Nick?
Who could say?
Yep. And
It's
then
us. We could.
They could.
And they will.
And they will. And then a big blowout episode for the end of the year, like we always do.
Big summer blowout.
Big summer blowout.
We'll be doing one of those. But in the meantime, come behind the paywall to the post show.
It's Frozen.
It's from Frozen.
Where we'll show you our big summer blowout.
Yeah, we
Everyone
will.
knew it.
Yep.
Is it like trending on TikTok?
No, it's just a cute moment from that movie.
You want to build a snowman?
No.
All right, then let's just finish the show. Goodbye, everyone. Let's back it out. Good night.